Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jay, and you're very welcome to this very surprise stream. It is a surprise stream of Comfort Titty Steve for the personality. Titty. I hope you're all keeping well. It is actually a surprise stream because I knew it was coming. I thought it was actually coming out tomorrow, but actually the new World of Warcraft expansion is already actually live, and I decided I was going to actually make a surprise stream for it because why the hell not? I can. So I've been rushing getting everything done to make sure that I actually have time. So although I'm starting my stream late today, at least it's better late than never. So welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for joining me on short notice as well. There's a couple of nice things in the stream tonight as well. I'll announce those in just a moment. But first, let's do the usual start with biceps. Big muscle flexing. Welcome for the first chat comment in the chat tonight. Followed by Quinn. Quinn, big muscle flexing. Welcome to you as well. And Jackie getting the coveted third position there. All followed by very quickly by Singler Jess and Dub as well. And Dual Happy Davis. Hello, 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 hello. So thank you very much, guys, for getting in the starting comments for tonight. And Evil Dark Lady, how are you? So thank you very much for getting in on short notice. Now, a couple of things before I even start gaming and stuff tonight. My first look at whatever this expansion is going to be. Don't worry if you've never played WoW before or anything like that. It's been quite a while since I played World of Warcraft, but I'm sure I'll get into it quite quickly. We'll start in very, very quickly because I know you guys will want what's going to be coming onto the stream now as well. So there's a couple of things. Now, I updated the drop, so I'm just going to drop it here just in case. So while you are watching the stream tonight, you'll be able to get an in-game reward of a ghostly charger mount. If you ever forget that, just type exclamation drop or drops into the chat. So as you watch the stream tonight, you're going to get a progress bar filling up. So just in case you ever decide to play WoW yourself, it will be attached to your account. So you'll get a mount. Similar to kind of like, remember when we played Diablo 4 when it came out last year? And the same kind of process. Now, along with that as well is that if you gift subscriptions while I'm playing WoW, whether it's today or tomorrow, etc., if you gift subscriptions or purchase subscriptions yourself, you will also get an in-game pet as well called Watcher of the Huntress pet. So not only can you get a mount in the game, but you can also, if you also choose to subscribe or gift subscriptions, I believe it's 2, you can get an in-game pet for yourselves as well. And a little extra bonus that if you do decide to do that, I'll also take off my tank top. So yes, the titties will be out and center for a couple of minutes anytime that someone decides to gift or purchase a sub. So a nice little extra bonus there for everybody involved. All watchers get titties in their face while I'm getting this all done. So 2 subs, okay, it's 2 subs for the mount. So you can, for example, you can, I'd imagine you can sub and then you can gift a sub. Because I don't think you can subscribe. Well, maybe if you subscribe 2 months in a row, it doesn't specify that. It just says I'm literally reading the text on my side of the screen right now as well. It just says 2 subs. Get a redeemable code for the Watcher of the Huntress pet in World of Warcraft for gifting or purchasing 2 subscriptions of any tier. So I'd imagine that also means 2 subscriptions, as in like 2 months kind of thing. But I'm just basing the words of what Twitch has. So, yeah, it says purchase 2 scub. Wait. Actually, it goes down even further. There is further terms. Purchase 2 subscriptions, new recurring or gift subscriptions. While the streamer is playing World of Warcraft, or which I am. I'm in the World of Warcraft category. So that's, that should be, it is in the it should be, yeah. World of Warcraft should be set up there. So it should be fine. So guys, yes. Teach me WoW and show me around Ireland. Small request. I will teach you WoW, at least what I can remember of it. But yeah, so I'm sure we're going to see some interesting cinematics. And we're going to see some questing and see what all the new stuff is to get going. So without further ado, I'm going to get that set up. I already downloaded it. I've had a really goddamn hectic day. It's been a busy day, so I'm actually surprised I have this much energy. I think there's a little bit of hype involved with that. I have dropped in the enable. Not in the tags. I have it in the. Thank you, Dub. I don't have it on. Blah 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 blah. I have it on the thingy on the. There it is. I have it on the title, the heading. But yeah, I didn't put it on that. Thank you. Nice catch, just in case. Every little bit helps because, you know, when people search for this stuff. So let's log in to WoW. And we'll sort that music. I'm actually going to change that. I don't know. Okay, let's log over to it. Now, if is the music maybe music's a bit too loud, I'm just going to so it's actually pretty cool that my screen is going like that. Let me put here and let me put myself big over there like that. Yeah, there we go. Bigger on the side of your screen. Always good. So it's pretty cool that they've added in some extra little stuff. They changed the login screen, so now it's not just one character. You have like a group of your characters, a war band it's called. So that's pretty cool. Gemish TV, big muscle flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. And also, bing, big smile being sent your way. I'm going to get my headset on tonight as well for some of the music, I'd imagine, and stuff. So I'm going to have my headset plastered next to me just in case. Hey Nikolaj, hello. And Demir as well. Hello, Jay, have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm heading out to the gym, so I'll leave the stream running and see you again. Oh, sure, no problem at all, man. Thanks so much. It's like the Diablo character screen, everyone around a campfire, something like that. I'd say they got some of the inspiration from that, maybe. I'm just going to turn down that slightly. But I'm not sure which character to play first. Should I play my druid or should I maybe go for my lovely paladin? I don't think I want to play the Dragteer. It's been such a long time. I don't know who to play. Maybe I'll just start with my decisions. Or maybe I go Fire Kitty. What do you think I should play, guys? Do you think I should play the paladin or do you think I should play the druid? Which one sounds more interesting for you at the moment? The paladin or my lovely druid? I'm not too sure. It's interesting choices. It's so cold. I mean, it's meant to be summer. Jackie, I completely understand, but these are the times where we live. Which is the strongest? Well, look, I'm just going to say they're equal footing. I really don't know what the meta is or whatever. I just want to log in and have fun. But pretty much the druid can shapeshift into different animals, let's say, and the paladin is pretty much a paragon of virtue, a holy warrior. There's your kind of very brief descriptions of what they are. So you tell me what you enjoy. Oh, you can also boost another character to 70 if you want to as well. Okay, that's cool. So I'm not sure which to do. So you guys decide. Should I play the druid or the paladin? The paladin's my longest character, yeah. I know you don't have one, but that's your choice, a cleric. So you mean a priest, right? What are these trial unlocks? I actually have a priest, but she's level 45. Long time ago since I played her. I've never played WoW yet. I tend to go for the strongest character. Yeah, but see, anything can be strong in WoW, I suppose. Let's be Jimur with the paladin. we can do either or. Whatever the healer bitch class is, both of them can be. They both can be tanks. They both can be DPS, and they also can be healers. So a buff bald druid. Okay, buff ball druid. Okay. We'll try the druid to start off with. Like I can always change my mind anyway. But we'll see what it's. Ooh.
The dark titan Sargeras plunged his colossal blade into our world. Crucial events were set in motion. Magni Bronzebeard heard the cries of Azeroth, giving up everything to answer her call.
Since being wounded by the Mad Titan, Azeroth has been crying out in pain.
As her dutiful speaker, he rallied the champions to her aid, and ultimately to confront the return of the old god, N'Zoth. It was during this conflict that Xal'atath, a mysterious entity of the Void, made a deal with N'Zoth, freeing her from the cursed blade that bound her essence within.
Honor our bargain. Free me to find my own fate.
After she vanished into the darkness, N'Zoth was confronted by the mortal champions and destroyed, ending the old god's reign of terror. But they were not the only malevolent force with its eyes set on Azeroth. For soon, the sky was sundered, the Shadowlands split open, and our heroes were pulled into the realm of death itself.
Go, champion! Go!
It was there that Anduin Wrynn endured the worst. Captured.
Is it a little bit better there, Dub?
And through dark domination magics, forced to commit terrible acts against his will.
I'm afraid that if I call on the light, it won't answer.
Scarred and shaken by his experience, he vanished, his whereabouts unknown. After the threat of the Shadowlands had been quelled, the dragons of Azeroth returned to their ancestral homeland. It was here that the primal dragon, Iridikron, broke free of his prison, and in pursuit of vengeance upon the Titans who he felt had stolen our world, he secured an ancient, powerful artifact, the Dark Heart.
When the Titans come to reclaim their prize, I will be waiting.
As word of this new threat started to spread, people began experiencing strange visions. The Radiant Song
is being heard all across Azeroth. The Council doesn't know what to make of it.
It was then that Illyria Windrunner, a deadly huntress who had harnessed the powers of the Void as a weapon against the darkness, was summoned to investigate.
We still don't know what this Dark Heart relic is capable of, but we do know it's in the hands of someone called the Harbinger.
It was not long before Illyria discovered the Harbinger's true identity. Xal'atath, the mysterious figure, was once again on the move. While neither Xal'atath nor the Dark Heart could be found, her mentor, the enigmatic Locust Walker, issued Illyria a dire warning.
The radiant visions you spoke of are the very same my people had before our world was consumed by the Void Lord Dimensius.
Could Xal'atath be seeking that same fate for Azeroth?
You must find a way to stop her. If you cannot, then Azeroth is already doomed.
Well, there we go. Azeroth is going to be doomed. That's not good for anybody involved. We don't want Azeroth to be doomed, do we? But yeah, I'm just going to. Oh my god. I'm just going to like turn down. I'm just going to adjust the. I'm just going to adjust the audio just a little bit, changing it slightly. It might be better for you then, for the listening experience. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. You know, do you know when you first log into a game after such a long time and like everything's a mess? That's probably what it is. But first things first is to like, is there a way that I can just like automatically remove everything from my quest log? Because I don't care about all the old stuff now. It's just like, die old stuff, die. Oh, okay, you don't, okay, you can just like click off it. Awesome. I'm just gonna like click off everything so we have like a nice clean, quest log, because nobody wants to have all this old content stuff I think that's everything. I don't think you can get rid of that. Okay. Oh, by the way, it's chest day and your pecs are the motivation I need. I didn't sleep well last night. Man, you and me both. It actually took me quite a while to actually sleep properly last night. So sorry to hear that, Doodle. But yeah, absolutely sucky. Sucky when those things happen. Dragon Knight, welcome to the stream. So yeah, so with the bear, so the cool thing about the bear is that, the druid should I say, is that he can transform into multiple different creatures. So for people who haven't seen WoW before, so you can enjoy some different creatures. So which is always nice. So, you know, you can look forward to that as I'm playing around, me changing into different things. But we do love big hunky bears. Hunky bears are always fun, right? So that's why I think the druid's fun. Now it's been ages since I played, so I'm gonna be such a freaking noob, and I'm going to try and figure out how I can get this bar off the middle of my screen. I forget what it's called. I think it's called. Where's the icon? There should be an icon for this. Perseverers, mask for mask. What's goddamn add-ons? Oh, dominoes. I think it's dominoes. Oh, now it's all changed again. No, that's not it. There it is. I see it. That's the one. Okay, that can change it all. Action bar 6. Oh god. Do you know when games just have so much talking head? Interesting. Yes, please. Don't talk while you give head, people. That's how accidents occur. How do you stop them sticking to each other? There should be probably an option for that. Button sticky buttons, button stick, buttons. I'm changing the sliders by an accident now. They're going to be different sizes. That's not good. I don't like when things are different sizes. They have to be the same size. Yeah. I'm not sure how you unstick them. There should be a way to unstick them. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're figuring it out. I'm just putting my bars together so it's just well, it makes more sense. And oh, wait, that looks the exact same. But there's some other abilities. Okay. And then I should be able to turn this up. Offset, padding. Is the spacing? No, it's not spacing. That's just, there it is, stacks it. Right. Stacking weird though. Okay, maybe I can just like leave it like that. It's fine for now. It's a bit weird, but it'll do for now until I figure out everything else. I don't know why there's so many, why things are duplicates. Okay, the first bar changes depending on what form I'm in. The second and third one, I have no idea why that changes. I'm imagining one is old and one is a little bit newer, so yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's all good. Fireline, I'm curious to know, do you collect the WoW figures? I don't collect the WoW figures. I don't have anything that's collectible, realistically. How do you move? Okay, great. Okay, let's see. So I have talents. Okay, some of your talents have been reset due to changes in the talent tree. Okay, so what the talent tree is that your talent tree pretty much determines how you build your character. So depending on what class you... Oh, the spell book is very different too. So depending on what spec you want to be, so whether you want to be big birdie, like a big bird, if you want to be more tiger type of shit, or if you want to be like big bear or more of a healer, you can change your spec to either of these things. I'm going to maybe change it to the big owl for a little bit. Hey, Distrar Jan Yarbin. Because usually I associate that with damage and shit. So give me a moment and I'm just going to just figure out... you know what? That noise is annoying me from the... how do I travel? That noise is annoying me from the ship, so I just want to move away from this. Ah, okay, that's going to be annoying. I have to put my encounter bar there. Easier. Okay, maybe that will get me a little bit away. So where do I have to go first? The war within entered the wizard's sanctum. Ah, I can just teleport there. Okay. Okay, that will get me away from all the noise. At least it teleports you to where like the new expansion is going to be.
Another vision. You saw it too.
They're growing stronger.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, there's a lot of sound effects here.
I will not lose my friends again. Be careful who you trust.
Okay, I'm gonna need to turn down some of these sound effects because they're actually going to give me a headache.
He'll be there. He has to be.
I think that will be a little bit better. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, I want to... Oh, it's so annoying. I'm just going to get away from these guys again because I can't focus on changing these talents around. Okay, that seems better. So what you see here is like a talent tree, and this is how you decide how you want to build your character, essentially. So, you know, you can have like a starter build where the game kind of decides it for you, gives you kind of like a base build so you don't have to worry about anything. I'm just going to kind of go with this just temporarily, just so I can get straight into like playing, rather than kind of focusing on specifics or whatnot, you know. So that's just you know, it's just a good way to be. It's just a good way to be. So I'm trying to figure out what this bar is here. Oh wait, now I know. Now I understand. So I can change this off there. Oh, it's all sticky again. Sticky bars. I'm just gonna put this maybe... Actually, I'm gonna put this over in the corner. No, actually, no. I'll keep it down here. The music's lovely, though. I really love the music. Actually, put that on the other side, the talking head. Okay. Papa J, I was lurking. I love your content. Why, thank you. Do you know what? I spent so much time making content today. It's just, yeah, it took up my whole day. So it wants me to go into the chamber's heart. So we're gonna go inside here. Lots of content.
We've been trying to
This is about the visions. I'm nae interested. Leave me alone.
Why are they kind of just floating? Their animations are gone. Okay, their animations are a little bit bugged, I think. They're just like floating. I want to float. That looks fun.
I'm speaking for no one these days. Sometimes destiny whispers, sometimes she shouts.
So Magni is pretty much is like the voice. He's like the speaker of Azeroth, so he can... Oh.
She hasn't been speaking to me.
So he can kind of hear what the world is talking about, what the world is needing.
Left me like this, unable to feel the warmth of my kin's embrace.
So he's telling us that the world hasn't been speaking to him.
All of you, not her. Azeroth,
The world is called Azeroth, by the way.
what are you trying to tell us? I can hear her voice.
I can hear her voice.
The place she's calling us to.
Where, Magni? Where must we go?
It's called.
Magni!
He's alive, but barely.
Yeah, maybe my titties need to heal the world. That's true. That's very true. We'll have to get some magical titties. Some BMTs.
Dalaran.
Bulk medicated titties, remember?
Lost to war.
Take the portal to Dalaran.
We will brave this darkness. Hopefully we can revive him. Meet us in Dalaran when you're able.
You know what? I always like the kind of loading screen art. It's just they always do a good job really with it. It's kind of giving you a idea of what the expansion's about. There's Ilaria.
To commune directly with Azeroth. It seems the strains.
What have you done to yourself this time?
Khadgar.
Much to be done. It is a world of
So Khadgar is like the leader of Dalaran. He's like a very famous mage, or archmage. This is his daughter Moria. I think it's his daughter anyway. Head to Bran and Dagon in the Dalaran Visitor Center. Inform them what happened.
Likely found Dagon with his nose in a book. It's why he insisted we come to
Okay, so let's go and find him.
You didn't know, but I chose to stay with the Dark Irons. That Dagran and I were in love. Whatever your intentions were, my husband died because of you.
So we have to go to the Visitor Center, which seems to be in here.
Have you seen these new tomes, Uncle Bran?
Oh, Bran.
His library.
So Bran is a very famous archaeologist.
Keep your eyes on the horizon.
He's been in the game since he's like a very long-term character.
Don't worry, lad. Magni's made of stern stuff.
So he seems to just like, you know, rejoin the game quite often. So I'd imagine he has a bit of a role to play in this expansion. Like it's always nice when like there's a new expansion and you see characters that you haven't seen in a long time, you know, that you've been around for a long time. Like sometimes expansions kind of forget about some of the characters because they focus on, you know, ones that are more central. But it's nice to kind of see characters kind of shine a little bit here and there. Now, I don't know how big of a role he's going to have in the expansion, but all these little dwarves, you know. I know, a Tuesday stream, Keck. It's so random. But the new World of Warcraft expansion came out, and I think that's a good thing. Sorlan, big muscle flexing, thank you so much for the subscription, my man. Much, much appreciated. Pump it for the wow. Pump it for the wow. We loves the Sorlan. 45 months subscription. That's where he's going right now. You know that. You know what that gets.
Has Aldo. The Titan installation mentioned in Ultimate's records.
I'll just wait for this to happen first.
And it may now be in danger. We must convene the council.
Something's happening. There's a mysterious warning.
Defend Azeroth. Once more, Dalaran is called to the aid of our world. Magni?
Azeroth showed me a
When we get subs, titties come out.
in the ancient lands of Kaz.
That's the rule for tonight. Subscriptions and gifted subs get titties.
Desperate. We must act quickly.
Archmage Drendon has proposed, and the council agrees, that we bring the full force of Dalaran to this Kaz
And a WoW pet. That's 2 subscriptions or 2 gifted.
city for teleportation. Whatever lies ahead, we will face it together.
Exactly, Keck. Tonight you're being treated a little bit more. There's going to be more titties on the screen, I'm sure.
Let's get to work.
So as you're watching the stream tonight, guys, you're going to be able to earn time to get progress on a progress bar that allows you to get the ghostly charger mount, just in case you ever decide to play WoW in the future, or maybe if you are a WoW player and you just want to get a free mount while you're watching the stream, or at least have it in your background. You might be playing right now, but you're going to be earning you're going to be earning this free mount to then be able to play. So Citizens of Dalaran helped. Just go and collect some quests. Check in with the Algari expedition. You don't really use your challenge points on, right? Yeah, you should use them more. Why not? Strengthen Dalaran's defenses.
We must prepare for the worst.
When something's being attacked, you just know it's going to be bad news for everybody involved. So, check on the Algari expedition. It's sweet of Bran to check in on us. Let him know that we're getting on just fine. Okay, they're getting on just fine, Bran. We'll go back and report that to him. How about you? Oh, no, not you. I thought... Oh, no. The person's in here, I think. Wait. Is that a ward? Is that what... Ah, I have to do this. Okay. What, I have to try and catch the... Oh, I have to catch the flies. Okay. Or the butterflies. Such random little things. I don't know why I have to help the citizens, but... Apparently I just have to give... What do I have to do? Give her food? Okay, I have to give her cheese for some reason. See, it's not that often I read the quest text, although I really probably should. Okay, I have to strengthen this ward. I really should keybind my, you know, that's what I'm going to do in a moment. I'm going to have to keybind how I fly, because it'd be so much easier than clicking. But that's the thing, when you haven't played WoW in ages, you're just going to like, yeah, not everything's keybound. So we'll have to do that. Where's this guy I'm looking for? Is it you? Okay, just... Ah. I actually don't know what realm I'm on. I actually don't... Wait, does it... I think... This says homework. I don't know, I'll have to go back to the in-game menu to find out, because I actually can't remember. I'm not sure it's a Khadgar, actually, the realm called Khadgar. Why does it say I can only use this outside? I'm outside. Oh. Okay, I think there's just like maybe a little bit of in-game lag or something. Okay, just gotta strengthen this defense. Where else do I have to go? Oh, there's one up here. That's 3 out of 4 strengthened. Hey, Nora. You look nice. Nice. We like that. What's that? He wants to know, can you if you can add you in battle? Yeah, I'll have to check what my name is on Battle.net. I'm telling you guys, like that's how much I pay attention to this stuff. It's been so long that I don't know what realm I'm on, and I don't know what my Battle.net is. Wait, my Battle.net is... Yeah, I'll type it in. It's Jamie hashtag 2980. 2980. That's my battle tag. If that helps. If you're a WoW player, I don't really pay attention to my messages, so you know. Maybe I will a little bit. Okay, I got those little quests done. Now just return. But I'll find out what realm I'm on as soon as possible. I just I thought it would actually show me in game, but I can't seem to find it. Just going turning on my experience bar at the end of the screen as well. Ew, why does that appear way over there? I don't like that. Ew. Put that over here. Alerts. Ah. Sleep well, Pex. Okay, tell Khadgar you're ready to depart. I'm ready to depart. Hey, where are we teleporting to? Where are we?
But my visions were of fire and war.
Something's wrong. I need to find Khadgar. Trent, where's the rest of the council?
Brendan's been dead for years. All this time. You never once sensed my presence.
That's Zalatoff. She's gonna be like the big bad of this expansion.
But if you're so eager for a fight, perhaps this can keep you occupied. Until we meet again, Valeria.
Ew. Invasion! Void invasions.
How could I be so blind? Dalaran will not be a fly in Zalatoff's web.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go pew pew. Gonna have to kill some things. There's webs everywhere. The city is getting destroyed. Just gonna go pew pew. So we're at the, so we have to kill off some of the invaders, and also help the townspeople. So pretty much how the boomkins work, which is this kind of creature that I'm playing as, they pretty much just cast spells like astral and sun spells. So they just kind of like come out of like thin air type of thing. They just call on the elements, and they just do like big pew pew damage. Now I might just also just play like my kitty or my bear or something, just to kind of change it up if needs be. Come on, I saved you. Okay. She's like, she doesn't want to be saved. So I just have to... So if you see the other players around, you'll see them, they're blue. They have like blue names. That means that that's another active player. Who's currently like sat down in front of the computer, just like myself right now. Just help as many of these citizens. Just being like, you're safe. Just go to them. You're safe. Poor Dalaran's getting destroyed. Such a beautiful city. It's going to go pew pew and die. Where's this guy? I think I'll just... Oh, he's up there. Oh shit, I can't fly. So when you're in kind of like an instanced zone, you can't fly. It's like a little restriction they have. I could just smack him with my staff, but it's not going to be that effective, but... all good. Okay, I just have to find a couple of more citizens and kill a few more guys. Flee! Flee, my little citizens! Right, there's another one over here. More Nerubians. So Nerubians are like a spider race. They live underground, that's pretty much. And what I believe in this expansion is that we're actually going to be going into like the core of the planet. Or towards the core of the planet, so we're going like underground. So that's like that's gonna be like an interesting area to see. I saw some screenshots and stuff and it looks quite pretty. Eventually anyway, at the start it's just kind of like, you know, dirt. Earth and dirt. And rock. Eventually it opens out into something nice, I believe. Okay, that's the citizen saved. Okay, I have to kill lots of more. I have to kill lots more of the of these spiders, these Nerubians. I mean, just kind of focus on just trying to save as many of the townspeople first. I wasn't even focused on killing the spiders. But I'm almost done. Just have to kill a certain amount of them. 82%. But like, none of these guys are threatening whatsoever. Like, the music is all like ramped up and it's just all like dun 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 tension filled. But it's not like these guys pose a threat at all. It's just like, just pew pew. Okay, now they're all dead. Great. And I have to go over and see Illyria at Crassus's Landing. Wow. Look at my little, I'm not even sure what this thing is called, but I like it, whatever it is. It's like a cross between some sort of, I don't even know what it's like a raptor kind of, I don't know, raptor something. Raptor cheetah thing.
What have you learned? She cannot hide from me. There could still be more survivors. With me, champion.
All the survivors just got teleported to safety. Woo! Orson, big muscle flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. Much appreciated. Let me know if the in-game volume's too loud or if it's too low. It's always hard to gauge it when it's all in my ears, so... Okay, I have to cut through the sewers. Find Kodga. Why is that appearing up there? That's annoying. It's too dangerous for flying. Okay, we're in the sewers.
Glad to see you haven't evacuated yet.
Hey, Arian. Arian. Anduin. So Anduin is the king of Stormwind, which is kind of the capital city of the Alliance, which is one of the two major factions in the game. Now, Anduin disappeared for... I don't know how many years it is set in the game, but a number of years anyway, after the events of two expansions ago, which was called Shadowlands. So pretty much what happened during the Shadowlands is that he got dominated. I know, quite sexy, right? He got taken over, dominated by the main expansion's villain at the time, which was called the Jailer. And since he became dominated, he had a lot of like regret that even happened to him, and he done nasty things. Not his fault, of course, but obviously he blames himself for it. So he went on this, let's say, like this search for himself. He searched within. And after a couple of years of searching for himself, well, he's now made a return. Now, he went off into the Shadowlands with another major character at the time called Sylvanas Windrunner. And Sylvanas is a very... she was the leader of the Horde, which is the other faction. So you have the Alliance and you have the Horde. And Sylvanas pretty much decided to turn her back on everybody and started to cooperate, work with the Jailer, which was the expansion, which was the boss of the expansion Shadowlands. But in the end, we defeated Sylvanas, and then she tried to right her wrongs by helping us. But in the end, we cast her away, and Anduin kind of went on this journey as well. Now, as far as I know, Sylvanas is still in the Shadowlands, because she was tasked with, like, I don't know, helping people's souls or something. The Shadowlands is like the afterlife for in World of Warcraft. So she's still in, like, the afterlife trying to... Why can't I accept the new quest?
I will always try.
For some reason...
I do. I'll get them to safety.
I couldn't accept the quest for some reason there. And my bars are going changing again. Why do my bars keep changing positions over here? I'll get them changed. So I have to get key bindings, I have to set up some key bindings and then change some bars as well. It's the great thing for you know, when you play WoW after such a long time, right? Dragon Knight, big muscle flexing. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, a gifted sub to Doodle Happy Davis. Doodle Happy Davis, congratulations on getting a free subscription courteous of Dragon Knight. So Dragon Knight is one step closer to getting a lovely in-game pet. Remember, if you want to know what the drops are tonight, you can just type drop or drops, and when you type drop or drops, you'll be able to not only you can see what you can get by watching the stream, but if you watch the stream, you can get a ghastly charger mount. You'll get progress towards that. You have to watch for 4 hours. It doesn't have to be all in one go. You could watch for an hour, and then you can go and watch another stream, etc. I think the promotion's on for 2-3 weeks anyway, so you have plenty of time, to watch 4 hours of content over the next couple of weeks. And also, if you purchase 2 subscriptions, or if you gift 2 subscriptions, not only do I take my tank top off for a couple of minutes each time you do that, rolling over to the next one, but also you get the Watcher of the Huntress pet in the game as well, as a little added extra. So if you don't play World of Warcraft and you want to play it at some point in the future, at least you'll have a mount for yourself or a pet, if you also gift or else even subscribe. So yeah, great to be able to do it, and you should get a confirmation to let you know that has been applied to your account as well. Also to Gaia Kazan, Gaia, big muscle flexing, thank you for the welcome, for the follow, so big welcome to you. And also to Tiny Bird Friend. Aw, are you like a little bird that's going to sit on my traps up here, like maybe on my traps or on my shoulder or something like that? You're going to be like tweet 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 into my ear. That'd be so sweet. I like my tiny little bird friend now. That's lovely to have. But thank you for pressing the follow button. And also Dragon Knight again, another subscription. Thank you so much. And gifting a subscription to Keck. Keck, congratulations on getting a free subscription. That means you get to use all my lovely unicorn emotes, and you have 30 days ad-free, courteous of Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight taking home a nice little pet for himself in the game. And also supporting the channel, which is obviously even better. So, it gives me money. So that's going to be one of the big baddies of the expansion too. Queen Ansarak. So at least they're kind of introducing some of the big baddies early, so you get an idea, of who they are. Rather than just be like, oh yeah, there's this big bad in the background that you'll never see until towards the end of the game. And you're like, okay, so why is this person important to me or whatever? You know what the great thing is? That since I don't have my key bindings properly set up on anything yet, it makes it more pain in the ass to use spells. I really should go and fix my bars. This is what happens when you don't play the game for a long time.
Let's get to work.
I will get around to doing it. The gifts are from Pexlova. Well, I hope Pexlova is asleep right now, Dragon Knight. Okay. He's trying. Tell him try harder. I love when there's in-game cinematics.
I presume.
This city is home to such power. All squandered by the Kirin Tor. I'll put it to much better use.
She's gonna put to much better use. Go on, Khadgar. She's dead. If only it was that simple, huh? Oh, he's sweating. I like the look of that spell, it looks pretty cool.
There you are.
Go on, Ilaria.
Get out of my head!
Just cast a silence spell on her and you'll be fine.
This isn't the real fight.
Ilaria's been teleported to safety. Khadgar's gonna sacrifice himself, I guess.
Goodbye, Guardian.
They killed Khadgar? And destroyed Dalaran. Damn. Looked really cool though. Well, at least they open up the expansion with some big stakes. They put in the the stakes right away to show the magnitude of what's going on. So that's, I know Squidgy, not Dadgar. Like, I should be more shocked, but I kind of heard about that was going to happen. Ugh. Yeah. Can I, like, click these off myself? They're killing everybody! Oh my gosh! It was so sad seeing that. Well, see, then again, maybe he's not dead. Yeah, only his hand is dead. Like, technically, the rest of him is off screen. So you never know. Like, I'd imagine he is dead, but you never know. It's like, it was only a setback. If I learned anything from characters in this game, they can come back alive just out of thin air, There's so many setbacks, as Kael'thas Sunstrider would have once said.
What would you ask?
Jaina! We have to kill Nerubians. So we have Jaina and Thrall, two big Warcraft 3 characters. So these are very long time characters. So it's going to be interesting to see them in the game as well. Back center stage, possibly. I really need to fix my bars, guys. I really do. I'm just so lazy. I think he's been taken by Zada. Now, he could be but see, the thing is that she might have saved him, but she did say goodbye, Guardian. So she specifically wanted to kill him. But then again, maybe he was captured. I don't know. Maybe he done some spell. But, like, you could see that, like, his hand was getting obliterated by the void energy that Xal'atath was casting. So I guess they didn't want to, like, show the... when a big character dies, sometimes they don't want to show it, like, too graphically. No, because after all, it's a PG game. I guess they didn't want to show him just on screen. But then again, they have done some somewhat horrific deaths on screen. Like, horrific for WoW standards. It's not like it's a horror show or something. So I have to go and kill some more spiders, and I have to go save some... Save some survivors, slay some spiders. That's my new one. All the S's, guy, all the sibilants. Thank God I don't have a lisp. Nah, that'd be just awful. When I was younger, I couldn't pronounce my R's. So I know exactly what it's like to have a speech impediment. So that's life. Thankfully, I went to speech and therapy and I fixed that at a young age. I think I fixed it by the time I was like 12 years old, but like for the first couple of years of my life, I was tormented by, you know, people mocking me because I couldn't pronounce my R's. So pretty much instead of like, you know, being able to say like river, it would come out like wiva, you know? Or reindeer be like reindeer. So like I can look back at it nowadays and just laugh at it, but when I was a child, oh my god. You know, the amount of trauma that would have came from that, I can imagine it is still playing a part in my adult life to this day. You know, because whatever happens to you when you're younger, it will transfer one way or another into your, you know, adult life, right? So, yeah. You know, those playground bullies when you're younger. Those effects can last a long time. But I'm happy I don't have something like a lisp. That's definitely been useful. Can I save this sheep? How do I save the sheep? Oh, he's hitting me. That's why I can't save him. I hear myself repeating that over and over when I hear someone talk about a lisp. The red rabbit ran around the the railroad track. See, I can pronounce it. As Sneakers, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. So I have to destroy some of these arcane relics. Then I just have to... Oh, I already killed all the spiders, so that's fine. Don't have to do any more spiders. But they want to attack me. Leave me alone. I'm just a little druid. Wait, I didn't go into my owly. I'm not going to my big owl form. I don't know where my cast bar is. I usually see my cast bar. I'll have to set that up probably. How is this a crash survivor aided? I don't know. It looked like a little pebble to me. The redemption stories in this are going to be interesting. Yeah, we're definitely going to see what they're going to be like. But like the expansion starts as like already raising the stakes by taking out like a main character in the game that you would have known for a long time. Ooh. Ooh, a big boy. This is a rare, but the rare's no match for me. I have to find where I have my casting. Ah, there it is. Oh wait, no, actually, yeah, when I get to safety, I'm going to change my bars around a little bit because it's really annoying me. And I also have to set up some hot bars. Some keybinds. Jaina, I killed the thingies. And Thrall, I saved the other people.
We need help. Magni's in trouble.
I will.
You're alive.
And he wants me to kill the Queen's Guard, which is this guy. He has a lot of health.
Champion, help Magni.
Okay. Okie dokie, skip. I'm killing. I'm killing him, Khadgar. I'm trying to revenge Khadgar by killing the big spider. The big spider has a lot of health. Hey, Barbaric Eric, man. We're doing good, playing some WoW. Kill. So this must be the earthen dwarves.
My directive is to protect the Isle of Dorne. Leave at once.
Trespassers? You saw us fall from the sky and fight for our lives. We need aid.
What you need matters not. Your presence is not authorized by the Titans.
The Titans?
Now, don't you be talking to my daughter like that, you great stone.
And earthen. Hardened like a diamond. A Rhaegar.
You've seen others? Akin to me?
I have only heard stories of their heroics. It is a sign from the Titans.
Laddie, it weren't Titan magic that...
What he means to say is, yes, of course. And we'd be honored to.
Yes, Moria.
Dornegal! What disaster have you brought to our city, Outlanders? New directive. We must return to the city. All of us.
Well, at least they seem to improve the cinematography. The camera is a lot better than I remember in this game.
Fly high. The edicts mandate that I defend the Coreway. I must return to Dornegal.
The Stormrock will take us to Dornegal, but it flies very slowly. Do you want to mount it? Yeah. It's like, it flies very slowly. I'm assuming... Oh, I'm assuming you can... Yeah, okay. Do you know what? Since it flies so slowly, this is going to be a great time to sort out my key bindings. Because I have zero idea what's going on with them. Because I need them to make sense for myself. Or else I'm going to be like complaining about it for like the rest of the time I'm playing WoW. Okay, if they're F1, that means they're there. These should be... Okay, these are on the top bar. I'm not sure... No, these are lower bar and these are middle bar. I have my own way of doing things. It makes sense to me. I have no idea what these ones are for, though. I'm just going to throw them off my list for now. And we'll get to them.
I have failed in my oath-sworn duty.
Okay, they look a little bit better, but I have to set up some... how do I turn... shit. Oh, I think I removed one of the bars. Is it pet bar? No. I turned off my class bar. I can't find where I put it. It should be just up here. Oh, it's stance bar. There it is. Now, I need to try and keybind that stance bar. To something that's easy for me to do. Where's the... How do you drop in? No. Ah, there is bind keys. Oh, right, bind keys. Let's put this as this, and this as this. That should help a little bit. There we go. Much better, much faster doing it this way. Yeah. Something I can easily just keep replicating. Wait, I don't need this up here. This. Do you know when you have like so many, like these are all like the different spells that you can get on this particular class. So there's like lots of different spells. They're divided into your different classes, into different specs. So I'm just trying to see which ones I don't have on my bar or which is duplicates, so I can just get rid of them easier. So that's a duplicate. So, because there seems to be something just strange with my, with how I had them kind of set up. However, I was playing the game the last time I played this game. It's just all messed up at the moment, so meh. So I'm just going to try and remove anything that I don't necessarily need or I don't use or rarely use. Okay, I have double here. So that's a healing. Don't need these, don't need this. Can you use these two for healing actually? This and this, take that off. Moonfire, renewal. See, once I set these up once, I'll just have them. Return to spirit, restoring a dead target to life with 35%, not castable in combat. I'll just take that off my main bar. Rebirth, returns the spirit to the body, castable in combat. Take that off my main bar. Star Surge, Trent, never used that. Sunfire, Wrath, aha. Swipe. Wrath, Suit. Aquatic form. Why is aquatic form not? Oh, it's automatically does it, okay. If I shift into Tiger, okay, it's automatic. Okay, great. Okay, and these are special ones. So Fury of a Loon, I have that. What does it do? Calls down a beam of pure celestial energy, follows the blah blah blah. 45-second cooldown. Oh wait, these things are changing depending on if I'm in Moonkin form or not. Okay. So whether I'm in Moonkin or not, okay, they're changing. I see. Now I understand. Starfall, Wrath of a Loon, I have that doubled. Solar Beam. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, I think we're good. Don't have this. Removing curse and poison effects, that might be useful. The rare time I might need to use it. Okay, I think I have everything on my key bindings now that might be needed. Oh, I could go on to my other dragons and stuff if I want to. Okay, cool. You know what I actually like? See, with the druid, you don't have to go on to different mounts if you don't want to, which is a nice little feature for druids. It's like instantly you can just go into your flying form. Whereas on other classes, you have to like mount up on something. This is the Ghastly Charger. So this is the Ghastly Charger that you get for, if you're watching the stream tonight, you're going to be able to get this by watching for 4 hours. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to do it in one go. This can be spread over multiple streams, or you can go and watch other people. But you can get this in-game horsey, this ghosty horsey, which might as well just mount it at least once so you can see it. So you can get a flying spectral horsey. I'm going to change where this is. It's a little bit high, I think. Just going to move around to meet my guy. So you get this spectral horsey by watching. Nice little thing. But one of my favorites, easily one of my favorite mounts of all time, is this mount. It's a very rare mount to get, but it's absolutely beautiful. Ever since I saw this mount, which is probably God knows how many years ago now, back in like 2006 or so, when I first saw this mount, I always wanted it. Whenever I saw it, I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in this game. It's just such a beautiful mount. And I always wanted it, so I went back to make sure I could get it. And I've had this for a long time, but it's easily one of my favorites. But unfortunately, if I'm playing my druid, I barely ever see any other type of mount, because normally I'm just going to be in like their owl form, which they just get automatically.
It is my oath-sworn duty.
So mount the Stormbrook Lochran and slay Nerubians in Donegal. Sounds like Donegal, which is in North Ireland. Most services in Donegal will be unavailable during this quest. Okie dokie. Ah, okay, so this is a bombing run. So you know what? I usually like the bombing runs. They're simple as hell, but pretty much you're just get on top of some mount or something, like a dragon, or in this case, this storm mount. Sometimes it could be like a cannon or something else, and you just take control and you just play slightly different for a quest. So you're just pretty much just bombing as many Nerubian invaders.
Well executed, Outlander. Now, I believe you and your friends have much to discuss. We protect the people of the Isle.
Hello. I'm clicking on you. Why can't I click you?
Be vigilant. We brought the Nerubians here.
We brought the Nerubians here.
Nerubians were focused on the core way. The attack was another part of Zalatat's scheme.
Well met. Together.
So much chaos and destruction.
We have to regroup. Has anyone seen Khadgar?
He dead. Unfortunately.
We will grieve him in time. But Thrall is right. Without reinforcements, we're at Zalatat's mercy. But no matter what she's planning, we must stop her.
Jaina and I will rally the Alliance and the Horde. But it will take some time for us to sail back here.
Right. In the meantime, we'll stay here and keep the survivors safe.
You will. Not me.
Illyria, we need your...
No, you don't. I can't keep anyone safe.
Ooh, some doubt.
Hunt down Zalatath and make her pay.
Jaina's like, stay. Just leave her do her thing. She's made her mind up.
We will be back.
So Illyria has like a long, pretty sorrowful history, to be honest. So like, Illyria and her two sisters, one of them being Sylvanas, Windrunner, which, you know, she kind of went batshit crazy at one point. Like, her and Sylvanas always saw eye to eye until, well, one day they kind of, well, got into a big disagreement, and ever since then, you know, she couldn't keep anyone safe, and Illyria went off on her own path, you know, her own path. And eventually she turned to the dark side using the void, the shadow magic, the void magic, to kind of help her achieve, well, where she is right now in the game. So Illyria is an elf, but she also has like void magic, which is why Zalatath in particular has an interest in her, and probably can control or corrupt her easier because she can give into the void. But she used, like, she turned to the void to save her husband and her son and stuff. But they didn't like the person she became because she relied on, you know, this, like, forbidden magic, pretty much. But hey, that's why she's, like, making the line, saying the line, being like, I can't protect anyone. Because she's suffered so many loss in her life. Ooh, Ego, you're making some spaghetti. Yes, please. The smoothies do me okay, but it's not going to be enough. Hey, Benjamin, man. Welcome to the stream, dude. How are you? So to deposit his memory gem.
Every Earthman's memories. Can you view them?
Dagrin, this may be a solemn ritual for them.
His query is valid. Yes, but the archive has been inaccessible for thousands of years. Thank you. Keep the device. You may find use of it if you find more memory gems.
Okie dokie.
Dagrin, this seems like a place you'd be keen to explore. I'll be back for you.
So it looks like we're going to get to know Mora a lot in this expansion, and also, I guess, her... I think that's her brother, or is it her husband? I'm not sure.
How long has Dornigal been here?
Unknown.
Probably brother.
Our archive would contain that information, but as I said, it is non-functional.
I should be writing this down. I'm standing here with a living relic. No offense. Can you give me a rough estimate?
The archive's last access day was approximately...
He's also like a big nerd.
1,000 years ago.
He's fascinated with learning all this history.
Has been here much longer.
Son is her son, okay.
Sundering that we believe damaged our machines.
I'm good. My stats teacher made me get an overall D just starting out. Oh, not a good first week of college, so getting a D, I suppose. Well, the certain D we enjoy, but maybe not on an exam or whatnot.
Upload our memory gems to the archive with each charge.
Plus my meds are off and it's messing with me in a funny way. Ooh. What meds are you using, man? What are they for, if you don't mind me asking?
Without a way to recharge.
Is it like... Is it to keep you like focused? Do you have ADHD like me? And you kind of like, you know, you could use them to focus? Or what?
10 centuries. We will all cease to function.
Where the hell is the string on this?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do not worry.
Oh, anxiety.
Machine speakers are working hard to reinitiate the machine.
Sorry to hear that you need medication for anxiety. Anxiety's a bitch. It's a bitch. I think everyone who has anxiety... Well, I think we all have certain levels of anxiety. You know, we all have different doses of it. You know, some people... Well, we all have different coping mechanisms. Some people can handle it better than others, and some people, I guess, suffer more than others when it comes to anxiety. But not a funny matter. Pain in the ass when anxiety gets a bit too much. Gets a bit too much to bear. What's that? Ask a guard about profession trainers. Sorry. Profession. Anything. Okay. Also, so this must be the capital city, so for the expansion maybe. Or one of the hubs anyway. Nah, this is probably capital city. It's a big place, so I'd imagine it's the capital city. That's why they're telling us to get used to like asking us to do the basic stuff, like find the flight trainer, find the profession guys. So there's the trading post up here. Uh-oh, disconnection. A disconnection? Oh my gosh. I hope the server's not down. No, just random disconnection. Ah, now I can find out what server I'm on, right? Where is it? Oh, Realms, maybe. Oh yeah, Khadgar. Yeah, Khadgar. I'm on Khadgar. I thought it was Khadgar earlier when someone asked me, but I couldn't remember what realm I'm on. But hopefully that makes sense. But look, random disconnections happen. As long as it's not like the server's down, otherwise I'd be pissed. Okay, so pretty much like the trading post in this game is a new system that came out during the last expansion, which was Dragonflight, and pretty much when you play the game over the course of a month, you gain what's known as tenders or tendies. And with the tenders that you earn from like questing and stuff like that, you can then use them as currency in this trading post. Now the trading post updates like every month. I think it's at the start of every month. And you can pretty much just buy what's on display. So you can buy if you want with your currency. It's like an in-game cash shop, except that you're not purchasing the tenders with real life money. You're using it, you know, you're earning it by playing the game. So every month that you're subscribed, you get some tenders, and then you get extra tenders then for like for actually, you know, doing the content. So everything will have like a different price. Usually the mounts and stuff are a little bit more expensive, but if you want to get some extra mounts and stuff, or if you want to get like transmogs for your like weapons, or maybe pets or some other stuff like that, there's lots of things here. So if you're someone who really likes to like dress up your character and just make them, you know, there might be something that you really like if you want to dress up like a wizard or something, and you'd be like, ooh, the wizard set is here, and this is going to make like your character it very unique or whatnot. Now every so often they put returning items as well. Like I like the look of this, but I'm not going to buy it right now, but I like the look of it. But yeah, so you can get lots of different items if you want to you know, use that system. Don't have to, but it's there.
The entire isle is under attack. Praise the Titans, you are safe there.
And this guy, the transmogrifier pretty much is the guy that you go to when you want to transmog your gear. So when you want to change your gear into like, you know, different stuff, no matter what you're wearing, it will always look the same essentially. So you can just pretty much put on this like cosmetic look over your character. Why is my key binding not working? Okay, that's... Why did my key binding like disappear? I set my key binding, now it's using a random one. I don't know. Dude. Okay, so I have to go and find the Flight Master. Oh, they updated the Flight Master icons from when I remembered playing this game.
Not for the Storm Riders, the city may have fallen. We need the council's
Like
direction.
you rarely would use the flight, you know, the flight trainers nowadays, unless you just want to like go AFK and just like go off and get a sandwich or something like that, or whatever it is that you eat. And, you know, you can go AFK for like 5 minutes while, you know, the game just automatically drives you like a taxi to where you need to go. So it's always nice. Hello, Bran.
I'm not about to leave the Isle of Dorn unexplored. I have a reputation to uphold.
Yay, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you. Thanks very much for pressing the follow button. I have been reeled in by the skin. By the skin. We do love a bit of skin. Skin is always good. Why didn't I have to check why my keybind messed up? Because I had it set to this and this. Then it just disappeared for some reason. Okay, what else do I have to do? I have to speak to the auditor. Auditor Balwers. I don't know. You know what? I'm so focused. I'm so focused on just like looking where to go. I'm not even looking around at, you know, the architecture and stuff. And especially when when you first like go and see something new in a game, like if you're like me, I always stop and I take in the beauty of it and stuff, and it looks really nice. But ever since I got into this area, I was just like, okay, where do I need to go? I wasn't even focused on like where I am, which is kind of very bad of me. But yeah, sometimes you're just like so focused on your map, you're like, okay, I need to get from A to B. I'm just not reading anything, just click, 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 and going around. Okay, so this is some Foundation Hall. Ooh, okay, there's 4 thrones here. 2 of the thrones are occupied, 2 aren't. Maybe they're dead, or maybe they've had a falling out or something. Not sure. We'll find out.
I have an extended supply of goods.
So what does he have? And these are like reputation rewards or something? Me like epics. Don't you just love when you start a new expansion? Like, ooh, I want this thing. I want this like really cool all the stats. Wait, it's some sort of currency. What's this currency? Renaissance or resonance crystals. These revered objects are used to purchase rewards unlocked from renown. Ah, he's a renown vendor. Okay, so renown is kind of like is reputation. And you pretty much can earn this reputation by, well, completing stuff. Just completing stuff within the game. Now, sometimes certain characters have their own individual reputations. Learn from Mirix about the Council of Donegal. Okay, we're going to find out all the answers about the council now. Tell me another time.
I have the Titans uplifted
four wards.
The Council Ward, the Storm Ward, the Stone Ward, and the High Speaker. To keep the edicts and build the Coreway and its fortress.
So each one has his own seat.
But the Titans left and the machines stopped. The Unbound abandoned the edicts, and the High Speaker retreated to the Ringing Deeps. And now, the machine's speakers are cut off from us, and we have no means to fix the Coreway.
So we have to go and find them. We'll have to reunite the council. Alert the council. The Auditor didn't have the renown rewards, like in Dragonflight when you reach a new tier. I think it's bugged.
Rebuild your Coreway and take care of the Nerubians once and for all.
Once for all. So this is acting like your little portal room as well, so you can go back to the regular world. So this is the expansion. This is the expansion zone of Khazalgar. So it's split into 4 different areas. So we're going to start off in the Isle of Dorn, and then it looks like we're going to make our way to the Ringing Deeps, then Hollowfall, and then Azj-Kahet. Azj-Kahet then. So this will be your like the final leveling zone. And I'd imagine that's where all the Nerubians are. Well, most of them. Their big fortress. Find Adilgon in Freywald village in the Isle of Dorn. On my way. Oh wait. Is it this way? Earthen teleporter used. Ah, there's a teleporter.
You are correct. Storm Ward, new direction.
Yeah, I saw photos of it. It looks beautiful. Can't wait to see it. It'll probably be like the standout zone of the expansion, you know?
The magnitude of her betrayal, Outlander. I have no hope for our success.
Where do we go? So we have to find wherever he is. Where is he? Well, I have to find wherever he is. Where is he? Is it him? Ah, he's way over here. What's this? Crossroads Plaza. There's something over here. Well, let's go outside and explore. So that's the little introduction to your city. So that's your main hub, I guess, for the expansion. And now you're going to go out and you're going to start questing and seeing all the new monsters and stuff. Getting some storyline. Hi, Bandaz. Oh. Ah, so the quests are up on the scroll. Slay, Burrow Breaker, Stick Car. Okay. A wanted quest. Acquire the broken stone heart from Roth the Earth Wound.
May Freya guide you.
Sometimes I want to know how to come up with these names, but yeah. Meet Urtago at Fallside Outpost. And then one more. Deliver the abandoned package to Harvester Farney. Awesome. Okie dokie, skip. Oh, there's some other quests are... Nah, we'll get them no time. It's fine. Okay, well, where do I start? You have to be level 80 for the renown quests initially. Or 78, I think I had them pop up. Ah, okay, so... You have to be level 78 or 80 for the renown quests, apparently. So these quests here, is it? Available quests. We'll get there one day. Okay, let's go over and kill the Burrow Breakers out. So what they took from the previous expansion is they kept the dragon riding And they called it now sky raiding, I think they call it. But basically, most of the mounts in the game can now pretty much do what dragon riding used to do, which is for a lot more interactive. Can I go on? Ooh. What's the point of this exactly? Sitting on this cart. If I sit on this, can I go through the, can I like go through the door? Does it open up or something? I'm curious, I'm going to find out. My curiosity is going to get the better of me. I'm going to get squished into the wall and die. Okay, that's unrealistic. I just hopped off or something. I thought I'd get squished and there'd be like blood and guts everywhere, but nope. Game doesn't want that. Okay. They could have gave him a little bit more health or something, but I understand that, like, you know, I'm powerful or whatnot, but they could have gave him some health. I'm like, yeah, kill this big dude. I'm like, yay, and then but yeah, that's WoW for you. Yay, collect quests, kill things, collect stuff. Kill cattle. Kill collect. Kill spiders. Gather all the spiders. Well, I might as well just gather up lots of spiders since they have, like, no health. It's like, why take my time when I can literally just, like, you know, kill what I need to kill it faster. So you get a nice reward when you ding. It's a nice touch. It's not... I don't know why they let you ride on the carts if you can't really do anything with them. Maybe eventually. Maybe the door opens up eventually. You can unlock the door. We'll find out. All I'm trying to do is kill them and they don't want to kill me. I'll help you, Maria. I got you, girl. Yay, Maria killed him. She wouldn't have killed him unless I helped her. You saw that. Maria was weak. She would have died, guys. I had to help her. Just gathering up all the spiders and running around. Because standing still is boring. Hey, Gamone. How are you? Expansion is okay so far. It was a nice explosive start to the expansion. Because they, you know, they kind of gave you the threat to show you how serious the threat is going to be. And then they killed off like a big character. So, well, a pretty big character. He's been with you for a long time in the game, in all fairness. So, you know, just kind of, the stakes just rose a little bit at the start, so that's always nice to see. Like, they have to make the bad guy, or, well, in this case, bad woman, they have to make, you know, the villain stand out and seem like, ooh, this is someone serious, to, you know. Like, for people who might have been playing the game for a long time or have no idea who this character is, like, you have to give them some sort of sense of danger, right? Otherwise, it's like, okay. At least it kind of, like, shows that, like, anyone can be killed if they just, you know, if they do decide to kill characters. Which is a lot better. It adds to the storytelling. When you can kill off characters, even if they've been with you for a long time. We will not forget you, Khadga. I'm trying to find, like, specific spiders. Okay, this one here. Do you know when you're waiting for, like, a specific thing to spawn? I'm looking for, like, web spinners. Web spinner. Thanks for raiding that streamer with the big nose ring. He's funny. Yeah, You're welcome. You are welcome, my man. Mr. Dog. Like every so often, like at the end of streams, we do like to raid. Like I don't raid every single time I finish a stream, but it is nice to raid people, and you know, give some, you know, show people some other recommendations or help other streamers out with their communities. Like pretty much when you're streaming, you know, obviously you're doing it because you want to play the game and you're, you know, interacting with the game, but you know, you want to engage with somebody, so it's always nice to have some people in your stream, whether it's a gigantic crowd or whether it's a small intimate crowd. It's always nice to have people to talk to when you're playing your game, especially if they're interacting as well, like they're asking questions. Like it doesn't have to be necessarily game focused, but you know, it's always nice to be able to talk to people when you're streaming instead of just sat here talking to a wall, talking to yourself. But that's okay too, I suppose. Like I've talked to the wall enough times in my life, it's completely fine. Like I'm batshit crazy, so I can do it, you know? But I remember like when I was starting off streaming for the first time, and well actually no, I never had 0 people in the channel. I've never had 0. But there's definitely times when you feel like, you know, you're kind of just chatting to yourself, and that can be difficult to overcome as a streamer.
Communication initiated.
But then again, the opposite side can be difficult too when you have too many people in the chat. Well, I guess there's no such thing as too many people, but when you're trying to, like for me as a streamer, I always try my best to interact with everybody. So I'm very engaged with everybody who comes into the channel. So for people who are new here, I'm extremely engaged with my community. I'm pretty much reading every single comment, and I answer pretty much like every single question. And I love streaming. Like I love interacting with people. I love talking to people in general.
Come on, Ebona. Stay with me.
So the more active people are, the more I love it, you know. He for real, cray cray?
Prioritize the wounded. We cannot fight if unidentified. Another survivor from the crash?
I'm Moira, of the Dark Iron and Bronzebeard.
She got a beard. They don't seem to like him.
Baelgrim.
Stone Ward?
I am not the Stone Ward. You know that.
I know you abandoned your post.
And you abandoned us.
The Coreway was attacked. It must be repaired.
We were attacked too. You should have protected.
I can see there is some history between you. But if you haven't noticed, the Nerubians have you both in their sights. You need each other, age-old drama or not.
Indeed. Put the past behind you and focus on the future.
Yes. I am the former Stone Ward.
Yeah, it's going to be a while until I think I'm going to get like upgradable items.
I will go to the quarry myself.
It usually happens when you start a new expansion. It's like the old expansion gear, provided you have decent gear, will last you for like most of the, you know, initial part of the expansion until probably later levels.
Have you met your quota?
Like I probably won't replace most of my gear until, you know, towards, you know, the later half of the 70s. So after another, like I'm almost level 71 now, and I've only been playing, what, like an hour and a half, and most of that was like sat down and just like, you know, listening to characters talk. So like so you seem to, you know, the experience is very quick, but then again, like over the years, the, you know, how fast it takes to level to max level has been dramatically reduced. Like I always liked the leveling experience. I always enjoyed gaining experience and just the whole leveling up feeling. I usually enjoy that in games. So I never really minded, you know, that if it takes a long time to get to max level with a game. But where it does get annoying is when you have to constantly, like if you have multiple alt characters and you have to do it again and again and again. Now some people may not necessarily like that, which is fair. Especially if there's like no variety in the leveling content. It's just like repeat the same thing again and again, just on a different character this time. Usually in some of the past expansions, they allowed you to kind of, once you got one character to max level, you could then go back and do it in like different orders and stuff. So that's kind of, it kind of varies up your leveling experience. I don't know if they'll do that in this expansion or not, because there's only 4 zones, so it might be a little bit unlikely, but maybe. They allow you at 80 for your alts to do it? Okay. Your 530-ish gear lasts until 80. Okay, what gear do I have? Okay, I have 450 and 467, 463. Okay, I guess it's like midway gear. Which is cool too. Oliver, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube, my dude. Much appreciated. By the way, I just finished a new YouTube video today. It'll be, well, it has to get edited now, but I finished shooting it today. So we had a little break from YouTube while I was getting other things after my holiday, and then just getting back, and a few other things took my attention. But now I'm back to making YouTube content on a regular basis again, so there should be a new video hopefully every week on the channel. So if you do want to check out the YouTube and check out some life experience related videos, then you're more than welcome to check out the YouTube. But as I said, I just finished a YouTube video today, so by the time that's edited, hopefully it'll be up by the end of the week or something like that. But we'll try our best to have a video up every week. Different topics of the human experience we're trying at the moment. We'll also include gaming topics every so often, or gaming focused. Ooh, okay, these are delves. Ah, I see. So, okay, so delves are like a new system in the game, which I'll definitely give a go. Why not? Select a tier of difficulty. Okay, I can only start at tier 1. Okay, so there's 11 tiers of difficulty. So, and they get harder and harder, obviously. I get some spoils. And then I get some experience. And in tier 1, recommended for adventurers who want minimum challenge. I want more challenge. And I guess what the special thing in this particular delve is that webs reduce movement speed by 50% and spawn periodically ambushers. Okay.
Glad to see Adalcon finally sent us some help.
Only 1 to 3 are available at the moment. Okay, is that because of like the first week? Are they like are they like adding them periodically, or is it just like, okay, it's just for like the first week and then all of them become available? Okay, so Bran is my helper. He's going to be joining me in this delve. Okay, just the first week. Okay, cool. Hello, Bran. So the cool thing is that you can turn your, well, Bran in this case, the helper, you can have him either healing or being a damage dealer, being a DPS. So I'll guard the cart and help you rescue your friends. Okay. A webbed hook shot obtained. What does the hook shot do, I wonder? Where's the hook shot? I can't see it. Okay, so I just have to like not stand in the webs. Okie dokie, skip. So it's like a little dungeon, but I think they're... Ooh, I just leveled up. Ding! So I think they're random... Are they like randomly generated, the delves? So they're like mini dungeon experiences that increase in difficulty, and they're like a separate way of gaining rewards outside of, let's say, regular dungeons. So when it comes to regular dungeons, you have like normal mode, then you have heroic mode, which will be a small step up in difficulty, and then you'd have mythic mode. Now I know that they changed some of the they changed the difficulty around with some of this stuff, with like the +1 and +2 and all that. They changed around what they meant sometime in Dragonflight. So I think there's like less numbers, and I think the Mythic 0 is like it's like the bait. What is it again? Like Mythic 0, what represents a certain mythic number compared to the past. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they just kind of condensed down the amount of numbers of the mythic numbers. But it looks like with these delves anyway, you have 11 tiers and they just get harder as they go on. So you can just say like tier 1 is just to get you kind of used to it, and then you can just keep upping the difficulty and getting better and better gear each time. So it's a nice different way of progression, just like heroics or mythics or PvP or raiding. Just another way of progression. Like not everyone likes to play dungeons, you know? Or mythic dungeons and timers and stuff like that. Like not everyone likes to be, you know, likes the whole idea of having a timer over your head, and if you make a mistake then you're punished or your group gets punished. So not everyone likes that. So some people want a little bit more of a relaxed experience where they don't have to race against time, so I guess that's where kind of the delves come in, and also, you know, you can do them solo. I think you can have a couple of different different sized groups in delves as well. I'm not sure, is it like between 1 to 5 players? But the fact that you can do them solo if you want to, that's always, you know, it's a nice thing. And it looks like that, like each delve will have its own little, you know, mechanics involved to keep it kind of fresh and stuff. 1 to 4 players, okay. Like, I was just, like, gathering information. Like, I haven't played WoW in quite a while, so I've been just kind of gathering little bits of information here and there, like, from Wowhead and stuff. Or else getting some news on Twitter and things. But I haven't been really actively keeping up with all the different changes, so if I get something wrong, feel free to correct me. I'm not going to, like, take offense or anything. If anything, you're going to help me. And you're going to help educate other people who are watching as well, so all good. So just clearing out everything. I don't know, am I getting experience by killing these? I'll have to check. I don't think I am. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm getting experience. But the main thing is I have to, like, break these miners out of the webs. But I like this kind of hook shot ability. It reminds me of the Zelda days. Now a lot of games have hook shots, so that it doesn't feel so unique anymore. But back in the day when I played Zelda and you have like the hook shot, it's just like, ooh. Ah, cool. It's actually a very good range on this hook shot as well. Helps you like zip along around the room a little bit faster, so I'll have to remember to click on those. Ah, thank you, Sneakers. They're waiting till Season 1 to unlock the rest of them. Okay. So Season 1 begins tomorrow or so, I'd imagine. So yeah, if I'm playing like a noob, well, I am. I'm like a long-time WoW player, but I played very casual. Oh, it's September 10th? Okay, so September 10th is Season 1. But I played it very casually over, well, many expansions now. But I used to be a hardcore player in the beginning, like back in Vanilla, until Cataclysm. So Cataclysm was the last expansion that I went hardcore. I actually did go hardcore. I was in a good raiding guild at the start of Pandaria. But then after like the first tier, I just quit and then I like played whenever. So normally how I play WoW nowadays is that I log in for the start of an expansion, see all the content, and then I'll take a break usually again until maybe, you know, a bit into the expansion, log in for like maybe get like a month subscription, play all the content again, kind of gear my guy up a little bit, and then maybe come in on the last patch again. So, or else like there's been the Shadowlands, for example. I logged in for the first month, then I didn't log in again until the final month, right before the next expansion came out. I guess I didn't miss much with, from what I could understand, I don't think I missed much with the Shadowlands though. So I'm definitely not a consistent WoW player, but I have been playing WoW since vanilla. So I have a lot of, I like the lore, I like a lot of lore in it. I don't know all the lore, obviously, and I obviously get things wrong, but, you know, I'm invested. I'm invested in the characters. Like, who doesn't like a little bit of fantasy, you know? A little bit of fantasy lore. Hey, Mother Mikey. Doing well, man. This is actually a surprise stream. I actually didn't think I was going to be streaming today. But streamed last minute type of thing. So I know there hasn't been much of an announcement on my socials. I actually literally ended shooting my new YouTube video, and then I was like, shit, I only have like 30 minutes until this surprise stream that I was thinking of doing. Because you know, it was in my head that WoW wasn't coming out until Wednesday. I was thinking of like when the raids usually reset, so I was thinking, oh, it comes out on Wednesday. Whatever was in my head, I wasn't looking at the date as such. Duh. Go me. Go figure. But yeah, I just had in my head, oh, it's going to be probably Wednesday. And then I was like, oh, it's already out, shit. The only thing I wish Blizz did better with on this expansion is you have to wait till level 80 to do a lot of stuff. Ah. Well, I guess, you know, oh wait, actually, speaking of level 80, I forgot to level up my talents. Ah, okay, now I get to choose my hero talent. Actually, okay, I'm going to do it after the delve. I'm going to finish the delve first. Maybe this is the end of the delve. What's up with my bars? My bars just changed again. My bars are acting weird, man. I'm going to, yeah. Let's pew pew kazoo. Reb General, you're not going to survive, dude. Ah! There's webs everywhere. Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't even get a chance to see what happens. Ooh, sparks. So you're getting a delve. Complete a delve. Complete a tier 1 delve. Bran gains access to combat curios, allowing you to earn and use them to configure his combat behavior. Oh, okay. Well, look, it was a tier 1 delve. Of course, it's going to be like, you know, piss simple. Whoa. So at the end of your delve, you get to you get some, well, treasure. Lovely. Use and equip the unbreakable iron idol to Bran Bronzebeard. Okay. How do I do that? Oh, I think it's probably at the entrance. Okay. Oh, and I get some gold. Yay, gold. Ah, good. You don't have to click it. You just run over it and you get gold. Nice. Okay, a little bit of gold. I think that's everything. What's the mislaid thingy about? Ah, okay, I can get okay. By clicking on these, I get experience. For Bran, I think it is. Yeah, he gains 250 experience. Okay. Well, best not to forget those, so. himbo moment. Leave me alone. I'm learning how to play. Literally, I'm learning how to play. So how do I equip this stuff onto him? View his... Ah, okay. So Dear God, if my bags aren't a fucking eyesore, then I don't know what. I really... You know what? Do you know the worst thing after not playing the game for a long time is coming in and like having these bags full of shit and you have no idea what anything is anymore? It's like, yep. There's something somewhere that I have to do. I can't find this curio thingy. Oh, wait. I had to click on it there. Okay. When any player's health falls below 40% health during combat, the idol awakens, dealing moderate physical damage to nearby enemies and taunting them for 4 seconds. Huh. Okay. That could be useful. So there's his experience bar. I wonder what level he can go up to. Interesting, interesting. Oh, and what was that other ability he got? He throws his rope to free players from stuns, bonds, and snares. Oh, that's good. So as he levels up, he's going to get like different abilities and stuff too, depending on if he's a healer or else a damage dealer. Okay. At least it's well thought out, so I like that. I like that. Oh. And I just got... Man, I have to figure out my bags. Okay, so that's the end of the delve. Oh, I have to go. Okay, do I go out this way? Okay. Will do. Here you go. Hey, Dark Scorpio. How's everything, man? You good? Welcome to the stream.
There's more to explore out there, and you know me. Can't resist a good cave.
Yes. Okay, so this is the new expansion feature. So in the last expansion, Dragonflight, they kind of reworked and redone how the talent system is. So you have like your class, your class talents, and then you have your spec talents. So whether you're, you know, well, at least for a druid, whether you're balance, feral, guardian, or restoration, right? So now for this expansion, they put in a new feature to further expand this talent system. Instead of just adding on a couple of more talents like they used to do in previous expansions, like new abilities and stuff, now you have this additional feature, which is the hero talent. So with the hero talent, from what I understand, is that it further kind of dives into the class fantasy of each class, depending on your spec. So, for example, since I am a balanced druid, I can choose between this Elun's Chosen, or else the Keeper of the Groove, or Grove. Keeper of the Groove. The Emperor's New Groove. Elun's Chosen dedicate themselves to the Moon Goddess. Oh yes, Elun. And are granted her connection to the moon and the stars. Their abilities are infused with astral might, and they can call down potent lunar magics. Or I can go for the Keepers of the Grove and take inspiration from Cenarius's mighty children to protect the balance of nature and safeguard the dream. They channel the power of the dream to strengthen their spells and summon empowered trents to protect their allies and crush their enemies. So well, at least you can kind of... Okay, so how many? Just 9, 10, 11. Just 11 different ones. I wonder if it's mostly passive abilities, or is there... Okay. So you have Moonfire and Starfire generate 2 additional astral power. Moonfire deals 20% additional damage. Bear form, Moonkin reduced damage. So just all passives. I guess there's some non-passives here, but most of it seems passive, at least in this. Each non-arcane damaging ability you use increases the damage of your next and stacks. Enemies damaged by your full moon or Fury of Elune take more damage. Oh, this one you get to choose between 2 different ones, both being passive. Okay, that's kind of boring, but okay. Like, it's nice when things are passive because you don't even have to do anything. It's just like there. All you have to do is click on it, but to just activate it in the first place. And then it's just like it's in the background. But also then it just kind of feels like you didn't get anything new. But, yeah. Enemies are affected by Moonfire are slowed, or using Wild Charge while in bear form or Moonkin form incurs a 3-second shorter cooldown. They're very boring, aren't they? Increases the damage of Fury Illume by 15% and the damage of Full Moon. Starfire deals increased damage. These are all this is really boring. Moonfire damage has a chance to call down a Fury of Illume to follow your target. Decent, but passive. Incarnation increases the arcane damage from spells and abilities by 10% while active. All arcane damage from your spells and abilities are increased by 3%. It's like the entire tree is passive abilities. Is it just me, or is that kind of boring? Like, okay, I get it. It's just one tree out of fuck knows how many they implemented in the expansion, so I get it. Like, you know, there are going to be some more boring trees than others and some more boring classes and stuff. Like, the game is never fully balanced. There's always going to be some classes that are more powerful than others, right? But, like, you'd expect there to be at least one active ability in this entire tree, but, it's entirely a passive tree. It's like you click and you get some, you know, in a way it's nice, it's easier, I guess. You don't have to do anything, it's just there it is. You get benefits for just clicking on something once and leaving it there. But at the same time, it's like, eh. The Eternal Moon, which is the last skill, further increases the power of Boundless Moonlight. I don't even know what Boundless Moon... that's the new thing that you get. Okay, maybe this one is a bit more reactive. Okay, let me just double check. Passive, passive, passive. Passive, passive. Passive, passive. Passive, passive, passive. Passive. Passive, passive. Passive. Great, so I got 2 talent trees with nothing but passive spells. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Now, once again, I understand that this is just 2 talent trees on one spec from all these different specs, so there's probably a lot more engaging talents, but like it's it feels so, like, because at the end of the day, right, it's like, okay, you have all these new, it's like you don't have any new buttons, which maybe not a bad thing because you don't want too much button bloat either, right? So there is a good side to it, but at the end of the day, so it's every time you level up or whatever, you're just getting like passives added onto abilities you're already using. So all they're doing is like doing more damage or something like that. So at the end of the day, when you get to like level 80, you probably don't really feel different because you're still playing the exact same way, more or less, unless the passives do something, you know, change up your rotation, but doesn't seem to be. It just kind of feels a bit meh, you know what I'm saying? Anyone else feel the same kind of way? I don't know what classes you're playing, but with your class and spec that you chose, guys, how did you find your choice between your 2 hero talents that you were granted in this expansion, if you are playing? Like, did you find them engaging, or were they just like, they're just there, it's meh, it's nothing like how I would feel as a player is like, oh cool, I get to engage further in a class fantasy by choosing to be like Illune's Chosen or the Keeper of the Grove. And then when I kind of delve into it, I'm like, but I don't really feel like I've made much of a choice because all the trees are passive. Once again, in this instance, I'm going to have a quick look, actually. I'm just going to jump into, let's say, Guardian. I'm just going to go into Bear and just have a little look and just have a quick check and see, do they have a similar thing going on? Great expansion, new skills, but all passives. They're all passivas. So gameplay change. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so when you're a bear, you also get access to the Elun's Chosen. So going to be probably the exact same thing again. But this time you get a Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw are masters of their mighty animal forms. When they transform into cats or bears, they become ferocious combatants and protectors of the wild. Okay, let's see. Passive, 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 passive. Okay, so okay, I have to. Okay, Feral, surely, come on, give me at least one new button. There has to be a new button. Surely one out of like all of this. There's at least one. Okay, they have the Druid of the Claw like we just discussed, so there's nothing there. And Wildstalker. Ooh, Wildstalkers live amongst the remote wilds, hunting to perpetuate the cycle of life and death and destroy those who would despoil. Okay, let's see now. Passive, 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 passive. Passive. What is the new word what is the new word tonight? Passive. Okay. This is the last chance, Druid. Did you get any new buttons to click on from this hero talent system? Oh no, they didn't, because the restoration get access to the Wildstalker and the Keeper of the Groove. Okay, so basically Druid's got zero new active abilities. Now maybe they added some new stuff in the older talents, but at least I'm just judging from the hero talents, the brand new system that they added into this expansion. There's literally no new gameplay for the Druid from what I can see, because it's all passives. So that's a little bit of a downer, to be fair, but okay, there's a little bit of a hiccup, but let's just see how the rest of it turns out. Okay, so you don't get any new spells, but maybe the Druids don't really need new spells. We'll see. Wait, someone gifted me a sub. Yeah, Keck, someone gifted you a sub a little while ago. Now, guys, if you do gift a sub to someone, you will get access. If you gift 2 subs, or if you subscribe for 2 months, for example, you'll get access to this little Watcher of the Huntress pet. And also, while you're watching, on top of that, if you watch the stream for 4 hours, now that doesn't have to be on one go, that can be split over multiple days. So for example, on tonight's stream and tomorrow night's stream, you could split the time over both of those, and you'll get an in-game Ghastly Charger's mount as well, which I showed in the game because I already have it a short time ago. I literally just put on someone's stream this morning while I was working in the background, and then by the time I checked it, it was done. So easy way to get it. It's not like I'm ever going to use this particular mount, at least for myself, but like it's a nice looking mount. Where the hell is it? No, that's shop, of course. Adventure guide. Ah, there it is. There's the mounts. What was it called? It was Ghastly, wasn't it? Ghastly something. Ghastly. So that's the mount. So that's the mount you get by watching the stream. So just in case if you're ever going to play like WoW in the future, just watching the stream, you get access to this lovely spectral mount. Now, if you've never played WoW before and you're looking to get into the game, well, at least you have a mount to start the game with sometime. So that's always cool. So yeah, this is the reward for just watching the stream, and my chicken is strangling its ghostly neck. So I better be careful. Actually, now that I finished that delve, does that mean I can go in and do round 2? Ah, okay, I can do tier 2. And what happens? Enemies have more health. Okay, so to deal more damage and health, I get more experience. There's additional traps and other challenges. Ah, okay. So as I go up these tiers of these delves, they get more and more challenging. So I can do... Okay, so I can do from tier 1 to tier 3, but from tier 4 only unlocks when the first season unlocks on September 10th. So yeah, there's some you can do a little bit of progression until then. It looks like, not much, but something. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually choose my hero talent. I forgot because they're so boring. I'm slating this talent system for God's sakes. I'm just gonna choose a Loon's Chosen. Fuck it. I have 1 point available. What happens with this again? Fury Loon now ends with a flash of energy blasting nearby blah blahs. Okay. And when I get a full moon, it calls down 2 minor moons that do damage. Yeah. So basically I get more damage. Okay, Moonfire and Starfire generate 2 additional astral power. Moonfire deals more damage. Bear form, reduced damage taken by 6%. Arcane damage, very specific. All other magic damage by 3. Well, that might be good in dungeons, but not going to be needed now. Maybe Moonfire as... Nah. It's not really that much. Fuck, I'll just take that one. It's not much of a difference, I don't think. I'm not going theory crafting. I let someone else do the thinking for me. I don't need to do that. I play a Fury Warrior. I've used both hero trees, and they both have their pros and cons. It really depends on your playstyle. Okay. Whereas it doesn't seem to be much of a difference with the Druid right now. But then again, I haven't looked into it too much.
And whose fault is that? Your edict is to protect the Isle.
Have you ever thought of playing Monster Hunter World when it comes out? I played Monster Hunter World. I never finished it though because I got bored. I liked the game overall, but eventually the gameplay just got very repetitive. So I guess that's why I didn't finish it. But maybe I'll play Wilds. Yeah, Taylor, yeah, it's all passive. I just read your comment there. Passive. Okay, so let's continue on and let's get these quests done. So we just done a delve there a couple of minutes ago, which is one of the new systems that they added into this expansion. So from my understanding, the delves is that you can play it from 1 to 4 players. So you can do completely solo if you wish, and it's a challenge that increases every single tier of difficulty, and it goes from tier 1 to tier 11. At least for now. Maybe they'll add in more difficulties in the future, don't know. But until the first season starts, which is on September 10th from what the chat is telling me, you can only do from tier 1 to tier 3. So, and not all of them are available just yet. The remaining delves apparently will be ready tomorrow at the reset. I'm trying to find this guy, but I don't know where he is. He must be inside one of these houses. No, it's only this house. Wait, he wasn't in here though. No. Where the hell is this guy? 'Tis I, the goblin herself. Hey, mama, how are you? How's your egg children today? Okay, maybe he's in a... he's probably under here. Aha. Wait, is this... Okay, this is just darkness. Okay, there's nothing in here. It's just darkness. I see nothing but darkness before me. Well, for some reason I can't seem to find this guy. But it's fine.
How are you? See you around.
Meet Natalia by the cave. Where is the cave? Up here. You know, at least when I heard that we were going underground, like going into like the Earth's core or whatever, like I was thinking it was all going to be like in a big huge cave, so I was kind of happy that's not in a big cave. Because caves, you know, they get boring after a while, like the same type of environment and stuff. So I like that it's not just a cave. Now, I'm sure there's going to be caves eventually, like we're going into a cave now, but at least it's not completely caves. Now, maybe one of the zones will be more cave aesthetic or something, but like 1 out of 4 isn't bad. At least it's not like an entire expansion when you're in freaking the same, you know, tile set. That'd be awful. Now I wonder how much, you know, how many, what's the enemy variety going to be like? Is it going to be all, like, mostly all the same? Is it going to be mostly like Nerubians? Which is nice that the Rubians are getting a little bit of a comeback, but, you know, eventually you're going to get bored looking at the same things. Okay, at least we got a little bit of a snake there, so that's something. I should really probably put the heals on a hot bar just in case. On key bindings. Just chilling. How about you? How is WoW? And what is today's mission in WoW? Today's mission is WoW is starting in WoW and just seeing what the new expansion delivers. So we were playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 yesterday, so I was imagining I was going to be playing that, but then I remembered WoW had an expansion, so I was like, ooh, I might as well check this out. Why not? Check in with my, you know, once a year WoW trip or whatnot. Actually, you know what? I should keybind my my kitty as well. That's on my to-do list. I have to keybind my kitty too. I'm just trying to find where the... Okay, is it like... Okay, it keeps pointing that it's like above? Okay, it's above. Okay. Are you telling me I didn't even have to come into this goddamn mines at all? I wasted my time. Is that what you're telling me, game? Yeah, today's a new expansion, and by watching as well over the next 2-3 weeks, you can actually earn an in-game mount. So, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of when Diablo 4 came out and they had a similar kind of promotion. Watch and earn, you know, something in-game. In this, you get to earn a mount by watching the stream, so that's always good. It's nice to be able to get something for free by just, like, doing something you're going to do anyway. Okay, now I had to... Okay, so I had to go up there, only then to drop into the cave. God damn you, game. They won't let me go into the game, into the cave on my own. I had to do it their way.
Outsiders detected.
Okay, so I have to collect some ore.
If that is all.
Then I have to kill some workers. What a nice surprise. Collect stuff and kill stuff. That is pretty much WoW in a nutshell. Why don't they update the game's graphics to a newer engine? Looks dated. Well, they have their own art style. Like, I don't mind the art style at all. I kind of like it. Well, not I kind of like it. I do like it. Like, it ages quite well, to be honest. Like, the more realistic you put graphics, usually what I find is the more realistic graphics, they age worse over time. But when they're kind of stylized, when they're very artsy, kind of cartoony, because I would always describe WoW's graphics as cartoony. They tend to stay, you know, they stand the test of time. Okay, maybe not everything, but, you know. Like, there's some games that went for realism a long time ago, and if you look back at them now, they look like horseshit. So, I don't really mind the cartoony graphics. Now, they have made improvements over the years to the resolution, you know, how many pixels are on different characters and stuff. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, they spent time, you know, redoing the original characters. And they looked pretty good, but then, again, you had your people, your detractors, who were like, oh my god, they updated my character. You know, I loved how they looked back in 2004. I don't want updated graphics. So you also have that crowd. So, like, you're not going to be able to please everybody. So if you update your graphics, you're going to piss off some people. If you don't update your graphics, you're going to piss off other people. So, what do you do? If you were a game developer, what's the answer? Just, you know, hold your ground and just be like, no, this is our art style. If you don't like it, then fuck off, you know? Like, to be honest, if they wanted to do a completely new, look, they'd probably have to make like a WoW 2, which you know, once upon a time there was rumors of doing like a WoW 2, but I doubt they're going to do something like that nowadays. like WoW is a very old game, but look, it's still popular, so they must be doing something right. Now that doesn't mean that every expansion is a winner. Definitely not. They've made some very questionable choices over the years. But as long as I see them putting in the work and actually trying to make a good, they're trying to make a good game, I'll definitely pay attention. I think they should update the older stuff so it won't be so clunky. You remember oh my god, the commercials used to be so cringe when they used to get the celebrities to play, to say that they're playing the game and stuff. I'm Mr. T. Or else you had like Ozzy Osbourne, and who else did? I think they had Chuck Norris and stuff like that too. Okay, so now I have to inspire the Earthens by just clicking on a random something. Like, yeah, the questing could then again, like I can be like, oh, the questing's nothing special, but then again I look at Final Fantasy 14 and then I'm like, yeah, the questing in WoW much better. I'm never going to let it down, Gamon. Don't even try.
Do you intend to idle all day?
Now, I'm not on about storyline, I'm on about questing.
Watch your step.
But when I played Final Fantasy 14, it was like the most worst experience I've ever had with questing. Like, it's like they brought like the quest systems back from like RuneScape or something, and put them into Final Fantasy 14. Oh, Grim is in the back, don't worry. Grim's gonna come back now with a big to retort that. It's like, how dare you, Jay? Stop picking on my Final Fantasy 14. Oh, Melodrama, big muscle flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. Sorry, I didn't see that a few minutes ago. Now, guys, if you're watching tonight, while you're watching, you'll be able to get a free mount by watching for 4 hours. Now, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch in one go. You can watch a bit tonight. You can watch a bit tomorrow night, etc. Or you can watch other streamers as well. Absolutely. I'm not going to be offended. But I will be streaming tomorrow night as well. So, I still have more time. I still have like another hour and a half or so of gameplay tonight. So, but we will kick off the stream doing the same thing tomorrow. So don't you worry. So you have plenty of time to get that mount. I think he meant Gim, but maybe Grim. Now, also while you're watching as well, if you want, there's also another promotion where you can get in-game pet if you subscribe for 2 months, or if you gift 2 subs. So if you are in a giving mood, you can get a nice in-game pet. Also, I take out my boobies. It's nice. The boobies come out every time. And everybody loves boobies. We know we do. We had them out for a while earlier, indeed. There's nothing better than boobage and gaming. Don't you just want to game and feel your boobs at the same time? It's a great feeling. I encourage everyone to touch their boobs at the same time. It's great. It's like, when I was younger, I always wanted to have boobs, so then I grew them, and now I have boobs, and now I can play with them anytime I want. It's not the same, though, when they're your boobs. You need to play with someone else's boobs, because, your own touch doesn't really do anything, it doesn't stimulate you. So, well, maybe for you, you're super sensitive, and maybe your own touch can stimulate you, but, yeah, nah. It's nicer when someone else touches your boobs. I'm saying boobs a lot, aren't I? Too much boobs. I have boobs on the brain. I do boobily. Okay, so now we have to kill... Ooh. And these little girls... These murlocs... They're kind of like murlocs, but they're not murlocs. I think they're a type of murloc. What are they called? Gorloks. Okay, they're like murlocs, but they're gorloks. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Is it? Are you sat in Wendy's right now? I thought this was a J Cottz stream. And J Cottz stream likes boobs. Boobs. I want boobs. More boobs. That's going to be my next video. I'm going to keep saying boobs. And you're going to love it. Look, the one thing that I became less and less as I got older was prudish. So the older I got, the less fucks I gave. So I literally give... I won't say I give 0 fucks as much as I would love to, but I'm just not there quite yet. I still give a fuck about certain things at least. But definitely the older I get, the less fucks I give. So if I want to whip out my tits, I'll whip out my tits. But there's a time and a place for everything, people. There's a time and place for everything. I wouldn't just take them out randomly at a place where, let's say, it would be frowned upon. We have to have some class, you know. I'm on Hinge once you get to know me. I think a lot of people are quite on Hinge when you get to know them, you know. I think people allow you to get, you know, to see their inner weirdness the more you get to know them. And I think that's very beautiful. I think that's very special when you allow someone to see how weird you really frickin' are. Because we're all weird in our own way, right? So, I just think it's beautiful. It's like accepting someone else is weird. It's a magical thing. And I think that's, you know, the best relationships are literally people who just accept each other's weirdness. I think that's kind of why you fall in love with them, you know, anyway. More so than anything, you just get to love their weirdness. All their little quirky things, the little, you know, stuff. You just get to enjoy the little weirdness that everyone has. And you're just and same with friends, you know. It doesn't have to be like a romantic thing. Same with friends. Like you love your friends as well because, you know, you get to see their weirdness. And as I said, I just think that's beautiful when you get to display your weirdness unapologetically. It's a beautiful thing. Also, who got Wendy's? I want a Wendy's. I've never had a Wendy's. Can I come to America and get Wendy's? Like, what Wendy's is like, it's just like a fast food, right? It's just like, what, chips and hamburgers and stuff, is it? I'm not the most educated with American fast food, but I imagine that's what it is. Isn't there like a Tiffany's? Breakfast at Tiffany's? Or is that just a song? Breakfast at Tiffany's, she said, I think I... Maybe. Possibly. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Is it like McDonald's? Like another type of McDonald's. Wendy's is better in Canada, says Dub. Wendy's is coming to Cork. What? I'm gonna have to go back to my home county to go and see a Wendy's. I wonder if it will be the same kind of experience that you'd get in America. Or in Ireland somewhere. Okay, that could be interesting. I'd be surprised if they don't come to Dublin, to be fair. Like, if it only comes to Cork, I'd be quite surprised. As much as I love my home county, it would be quite strange it doesn't come to Dublin as well. So maybe it comes to both Cork and Dublin, because Cork is the second largest city in Ireland. It's the biggest county, but it's the second biggest city. Dublin has a much larger population. It's a lot more compact. It's a lot more, you know, dense that way. But it is the capital. It is the biggest city. And like, obviously, big for Ireland. Because it's tiny, like it's a tiny city in reality. You know, it has like 1 million people. So, you know, which is like nothing compared to, you know, some countries. But hey, everything's relative. Everything's relative. It's very regional. That's why it's better in Canada. Our standards for beef are higher. Ah, see, our standards for beef are extremely high. Like all of our cattle are ground fed. Like we don't have all that like corn shit that would be very popular in America.
Journey far.
Wendy's is just fast food. Honestly, Jay, don't even sweat it. Fast food in the US is very hit or miss. But that's why I want it though. You know? You want a pretzel bacon? Ooh, a pretzel bacon burger. Never had one of those. Sounds interesting. A pretzel bacon burger. Huh. Interesting. Sounds interesting. So it wouldn't taste like the American Wendy's, and that's probably a good thing. Ah, okay. So, okay, like, guys, if you were to create, like, some sort of hierarchy of, let's say, what in the hierarchy of fast food in America, right? Depending on the branch, depending on the chain, like, what would be at the top? Like, what would be considered the creme de la creme of fast food? Like a joint in America. Like, what's number one? Is it like McDonald's, or is there something like way higher than that? Because, like, you know, I wouldn't know. So I'm curious. Like, if you had to design a hierarchy of like, this is like this is the best fast food, the nicest fast food. Like, typically what the population would probably, you know, say, would recommend, yeah, this is like nice fast food, and go down the list from there then into like whatever. Chick-fil-A? Is it chicken fillet or what? Yeah, you're making that face, so I don't know. Is that like a joke? Because you're doing a kappa, and kappa usually is like. McDonald's and Burger King will be at the bottom of the list of fast food. Okay, so so you actually have standards. Awesome. Harvey's, Wendy's, BK, McDonald's, I would think, unless you start including Sansis and all those other chains. You know what? I actually should go and get. Oh, I have skinning. Okay, great. HG Moose, Big Muscle Flexing, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for generously donating a gifted subscription to HG Moose, getting 30 days ad-free, and of course all access to all my lovely unicorn emotes. Much appreciated for that, much appreciated. Now, there is a promotion on tonight, guys, that if you either subscribe for 2 months, or if you have 2 gifted subs, or probably 1 for each, I'd imagine also works, you can get an in-game pet. So if you want a nice little new in-game pet as part of the promotion that WoW is doing, if you gift 2 subs, or if you subscribe for 2 months, you should get that pet in your inbox. Now, also by watching the stream, you'll also be able to get access for free. For free? For free. We like free things. For free, you'll be able to get an in-game ghostly charger mount, or ghastly charger mount. So it's this guy that you see on my screen right now. So if you like ghosties or spectral horsies, you'll be able to get that for free by just watching. Now, I will be streaming tomorrow night as well, just in case if you haven't built up the full time this evening. So I will be streaming for multiple hours again tomorrow evening. That's European time. So if you're living in America, you're looking anywhere between 6 to 8 hours of a time difference. If you're living in Australia, well, that's about 12 hours or thereabouts. Or if you're living in Europe, well, hello. Depending on where you live, anywhere between, well, no time difference to, well, 1 to 2 hours. Yay. Isn't math fun? Math is fun, people. What is Unlut the Self-Exiled? It's a chest. It's over here somewhere. Is it this guy? Does he give me a chest?
Is that all?
Can I kill you?
We offer greetings.
No. Okay, apparently it has like there's something special about him, but I don't know what it is. Meh. It's fine. Speaking of, we're coming to 1 AM. No problem, Dub. We have like another hour. It's all good. I use because Chick-fil-A is controversial. Chick-fil-A is the highest, even in prepping food. My friend worked there and said everything's properly done. Keck doesn't like Chick-fil-A though. So you would consider maybe Chick-fil-A is like the hierarchy of fast food in America. Or in Dub's opinion, Harvey's, apparently. Another place I have no idea about. Well, I remember when I was in Florida before. What was the name of that fast food place we went? Names elude me right now. Maybe I went to a Wendy's. Maybe I actually ate at Wendy's. You know what? I probably did. I think I had a burger. I could be wrong. I didn't like it though. So maybe it was Wendy's. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was. It's their business practice, not it's their business practice, not the quality. That's the issue. Okay. And why would you say that? What's wrong with their business practice? I've been on the hunt for this one restaurant I went to about a year ago. I will find it. So, like, you just can't remember the name of it, so now you're, like, living in search, being like, what was the name of this restaurant? We need to go there. Okay, I'm almost done this quest. Just have to kill all these, like, mushrooms. At least it's not spiders, so at least it's a little bit of a break from the spiders. Okay, now it's done. Well, Chick-fil-A is a homophobic organization that funds anti-LGBT laws. Ooh, I see. I think I heard something about that before, actually. The food is so good, though. Okay, so you're going to be literally torn. You're going to be literally torn between, well, they're anti-LGBT organization, but their food is also very tasty. So, so you're going to be like, do I vote with, well, do I vote because, like, you know, they're anti-LGBT, so I won't go to them? Or is it more like you're going to vote with your stomach? So it's kind of your heart versus your stomach. In this case, maybe. Ooh, another level. Yay, ding, level 72. We're dinging fast. We're only playing like, what, two and a half hours. And most of it was talking and story stuff. Okay, so now I got access, so I can pick something on the same line, or else I can continue down this line. Each non-arcane damaging ability you use increases the damage of your next arcane damaging ability by 3%. Okie dokie. Why not? Like, I'm really don't like that it's all passives, but I guess it really just takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. You just press the same buttons, more or less, and then add in your other abilities when you need to. It's a Christian company? Ugh, of course they are. You know what? Like Christian, like anytime I hear something like Christian company, it's always like scum of the earth type thing, you know? It's like, why can't they just like stop pushing their values on everyone else, right?
Sorry.
Like, why did they have to like put their nose in everyone else's business? Like, it's just, I just don't get it. Frickin' Christians. I could say the same about Catholics. I was born Catholic. I don't practice religion. I don't really give a shit about religion. But Catholics are, well, the Catholics would be a little bit more tame, to be fair, in my opinion. But yeah, Christians just seem to be another level of fucking crazy. Now, that doesn't mean that they're all bad. It's just that, you know, some just really push their values, and it's like, you know, if you go against their way of living, you're like a demon. If they saw me, I'd be a fucking huge demon anyway, I can tell you that much. That's the joke. Fortin Femster made a joke about it because that was her favorite fast food place, but their food doesn't taste like it hates gay people. Their food doesn't taste like it hates gay people. They just maybe if they just like take out the glitter, then it's gonna taste like that. Possibly. Maybe. The sauce was savory and the pork was delectable. Mmm. Well, that does sound nice. You know, the way you describe it. But look, see, the thing is when companies get big, right? When companies get big, they always start pushing their own agenda. You see it all the time, you know? So they start out small and they're just like, whatever, and then they get some power, whatever, and then they start pushing, or they start lobbying for different shit, whatever their CEO believes in or whatnot. And, you know, corporations run America, so it kind of makes sense. Like, the reason why we have to, like, put up with so much things like censorship and stuff where, you know, you get fucked for basically doing something so small is because all of these huge companies have, like, you know, their own strict values that they, like, want to force on everyone else. Like, you can say this, like, for all the big tech companies, like, we all have to follow their rules. Like, they're all prudes. Like, it's just how it is. So you just have to abide by, like, what they want on their platforms, which is fine. If they're a private company, that's up to them. That's their thing. But, you know, when they all do it, you know, that's where you kind of... You feel like you have less and less, like, free speech because you kind of have to behave under what they say, their rules on their platform, which, once again, private companies, that's their thing. But, you know, if everyone starts, like, following the same, you know, suit eventually, like, you won't be able to say certain things without getting, you know, fucking really punished for it, which sucks. Hey, Gamer Fox, how are you, man? All well? Kings and queens, that's all what we have here. We have kings and queens. We also have Gamon as well. He's just a different, he's a different category of people. We love Gamon. He's special. Very, very special. Ain't that right, Gamon? So we have kings, queens, and Gamon. Don't change who you are, Gamon. We love you. We love everything about you. Your man's like, what? What is he on about? What is that asshole on about now? Hey Jay, lay off me, you jackass. I'm like, I'm saying good things about you, thank you very much. I'm saying beautiful things. I'm saying there's no one else like you. You're special. Very, very special. All nice things. Make my wish come true. All I want is... Oh my god. Do not start. Mariah is frozen and she will stay frozen for the next couple of months. I do not want to see that bitch thawing right now. Should we this year have another community event where we have to avoid Mariah Carey and see who can last the longest? We had good participation last year. So for people who don't know, we had this like kind of community event where you had to try and survive all of winter. So it was like from November 1st until Christmas, so the 25th of December. And you just had to like survive as long as you could without coming across the song "All I Want for Christmas" by Mariah Carey. It's actually quite fun. You'll just see people just on the Discord and they'll just be like, guys, I lost, game over. Listen to it, you know. I don't know. Some driver was passing by and I heard it. Like, it's all about honesty, obviously, because you can easily be like, oh no, I didn't hear it. But I literally actively went out of my way to make sure I didn't hear it, and I survived, so I was delighted. It was good. Jay called me nice, unacceptable. Alright, so you're an asshole. Is that better? You're seeking advice from someone living in the UK? There's, do I have anyone here who's currently watching who's living in the UK? I don't, like, I know some stuff about the UK, but not enough. So I couldn't really, I wouldn't want to say that I'd be appropriate to talk to. Okay, it's better now. Okay, awesome. I feel good. I feel vindicated now. Okay, there he is. Had to wait for the respawn. Hey Gale, how are you, my dude? Is everything well in Gale land? That is Germany for people who don't know. Auf Deutschland. Ja. Wie geht's? Wie geht es dir? Saul lives in the UK, Le Gamer, so he might be able to answer your question. So you might be moving to the UK from Oz. Just wanted some local advice about some nice cost-effective places to live that isn't London, because that's expensive. Well, hopefully Sal might be able to give you a little bit of good news there. I'd imagine, from kind of what I've been hearing, like the UK is in a bit of shit. Well, it's been a bit of shit for a few years now with Brexit, but it's been in a lot of difficulty recently. And that's not just from like recent events like rioting and all that, but the economy and stuff is definitely struggling. Like the cost of living, like grocery shopping, you know, rent, like similar to Ireland. Like, you know, the cost of living here is extremely expensive. Like, it's extortionate. So I'd imagine, at least from what I've been hearing, and Sal might be able to help you there or tell you the same kind of thing, is that you know, prices are definitely a sore point. Oh, you don't live there, but you know people who do. My advice is look north. Okay, so stay away from London, as far away from London as possible. Well, I know people who live in the UK too, but wait, is I don't know, is Dragon still on actually? Because Dragon's in the UK, Dragon Knight, but I don't know, is he still here? He was here earlier. He lives in the UK, I know that much. But Gale, bing, big smile sent your way. What's this guy's name? Sandres the Relic Bearer. Sandres. Okay, so now we have like these wind sand elementals. So okay, at least it's not all spiders. We just had like mushrooms. And then we had gorlocks, which are kind of like murlocs, but not. I'm looking good today. Why, thank you, my good man. Much appreciated. I had a really long day today. And, like, it was, I won't say it was like a last minute decision, but like, you know, probably like midway through the day, I realized that the new expansion came out for WoW, and then I was like, ooh, I think this would be a good time to actually like jump in and have a look and see what it's like, particularly since this is usually like a very active time for people, so you know the hype is usually around this time, and you know lots of people are, you know, interested in WoW at this time, so I thought I'd hop in, see what it's like. So I was like, do I want to wait until my usual stream, which will be tomorrow, or will I have like a surprise stream like I'm doing tonight? So I literally finished making a YouTube video right like about 30 minutes before going live. So I was like, okay. Literally no breaks today. Very, very, very few break.
Did you find something?
I won't even have a break tonight on stream. It's just like I'm that like I'm in it. I'm just here. I'm going sitting down my ass and I'm going. The only break I might take is to take a piss. That's literally it. Okay, so apparently I have to find these batteries. So there's like a battery that's like around here. I have to follow this. Ah, there it is. I have to kind of follow this little circly thingy. It kind of gains the closer I get to the battery. The annoying thing though is that it disappears when you go into like a different form. So you can't, you know, you have to kind of run around. It might stay if I, yeah, it stays if I change, if I can, yeah, as long as I'm not in like a mount form, it's fine. So just kill some of these elementals while looking for these like these batteries. Okay, it's over in this direction somewhere. It's probably next to this rare guy. Might as well just kill him too, why not? Meh, let's do it. Just use all my big damaging abilities. Down. Like they could really just give them a little bit more health, to be honest. Okay, I think I just saw it there flashing. There it is. Awesome. Right next to the elemental. But like, yeah, giving the monsters just a little bit more health would be, you know. Okay, fair enough. You get through shit faster, which, you know, but it just kind of makes it feel like, like there's like no strategy involved, you know. It's just like click, 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 click. Next thing, click, 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 click. Like when nothing is dangerous in the game world, realistically, it just makes everything that you do a little bit less meaningful, you know. Which, like, during leveling, okay, but it kind of just dampens the, for me at least, it just dampens it a bit. I prefer to kind of be have a little bit more danger in the game world. Especially when I just came from, like, playing Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance, and literally you'd be running around the game world and you could be dead at any second. Or if you're playing, you know, games that I love to play, like, you know, Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all those type of games, you know, you have to be kind of quite careful about the world as you explore it. With WoW, it's just like, especially with the leveling well, pretty much any outdoor content, more or less. You know, there's not really much. There's not really much strategy. It's not really involved. But that's why you do the, you know, the things like the dungeons and, you know, all the other stuff like raiding and mythics and maybe this new delve system, you know. But once again, that's not out as such in the world. That's kind of all like instant content. Okay, so he has literally this absorb shield. I think it seems that you can break it, but I don't think you need to. Or maybe you actually have to, I'm not sure. I think it would have probably went down over time. Like, it was going down over time, but I don't know, was that like a countdown to like maybe some nasty explosion? Or I actually had to break it in a set time. The annoying thing is some of these items you can't use when you're in a different form, it looks like. Okay, now I can't even just use this item for some reason. Okay, maybe I'm just not in the target area. Is it here? Hello? Did I actually... Oh, I think I had to zap him when he was alive. Oh. Well, that's fun. Do I play Final Fantasy? You mean like? Do you mean like Final Fantasy like 14, like the online ones, or do you just mean like Final Fantasy, as in just the general series? Okay, do I zap him now? Okay, now I zapped him, and then I have to kill him. Okay, zap him, then kill him. CJ, this is where you have to pay attention to like the quest text. So you won't have to kill him again if you just listened to the first, or read it the first time. He didn't even get to do the shieldy thing this time. See, he could have benefited by like double the health. Would have made it somewhat, well, not challenging, but just a little bit more entertaining. Okay, meet with the speaker. Behind Dornagal. Okay, that's far, far, far away. I'm just gonna... We'll go to the village next, why not? Let's have a look of this lovely atmosphere, this lovely environment. No, I don't play Final Fantasy 14. I did try Final Fantasy 14. But I don't play it. I didn't like my experience with Final Fantasy 14. Oh, there's 3 delves in this area, okay. But I do love, well, in general, I love the Final Fantasy series. Now, I don't like really their more recent stuff. Like 16 and 15 I thought were kind of mediocre. They looked beautiful, don't get me wrong. The music, it was beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But like in 15, the story was a mess. The combat was shit. This is my opinion. And then in 16, the combat was a little bit better than 15, but still quite shit, for, in my opinion. I don't know, I just don't like how they're doing the action combat. And the story was better, but it kind of was, it was a bit meh at the same time. But when it comes to like graphics and the voice acting and all that stuff, it's fucking fantastic. But, you know, it takes more than, like, it takes more to build, you know, the substance for me. Like, you can't just, like, have a few parts good and then the rest is shit. Now, whereas the Final Fantasy, like, the Final Fantasy remake, for example, the 7 remake, that was amazing. And the latest entry as well, Reunion, or Rebirth. The next one's going to be probably called Reunion. Now that was great too. So I definitely like how they're going with those. But I really love the older turn-based Final Fantasy games as well. Not all of them, but most of them I have really enjoyed. Like my favorite Final Fantasy will be Final Fantasy X. I just absolutely adore Final Fantasy X. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but I fucking adore it. And that would be my favorite. And then Final Fantasy... it's always a toss-up with the next ones that I'm going to say because they're very close in a way for me. like Final Fantasy VII, the original, was fantastic. So that's probably my number 2. Final Fantasy IX is probably my number 3. But then again, Final Fantasy VI is very close there. So like the kind of 2, 3, and 4 are very close that I honestly don't mind interchanging them. So that will be Final Fantasy 9, 7, and 6. Those ones in particular, like, all just love them all. In their own ways, they're all just beautiful in their own ways. But I'd say it would be something like 7, 6, and 9 if I really, really had to, you know, if I had like a gun to my head and said you have to choose, then that would be kind of my answer, I'd imagine. So 10, 7, 6, and 9, my top 4. But out of the kind of later, the newest entries, if I, you know, with the remakes, Final Fantasy VII, they're the only good Final Fantasies that I like nowadays. I don't like 15, I don't like 16. It's a terrible taste. Okay, so what's your favorite Final Fantasy? So Kulito. Because if you're going to say Final Fantasy 13, just get the hell out of the stream. He's going to say Final Fantasy 13. He's going to be like, lightning is my favorite. I love snow. Oh my god, Hope is my favorite character in the world. If you say that, you're dead to me. It's objectively a shit game. Not subjectively, objectively. It only got good when it opened up, and that was like at the end of the game. That was the only time it got actually decent. The rest of it was shit. Nah, I honestly I can't like Final Fantasy 15. It was horseshit. Like, the story was so fragmented. It had a really shit development, in all fairness to it. The only thing that had it going was the graphics and the music, if anything. I played through it, I was bored the whole fucking time. So bad. Like, I recommend, like, I liked 13 Part 2. That was decent. Not great, decent. Like, you're still in the kind of 13 universe, so you could only really do so much with that, I suppose. Code Red, I just finished the spaghetti, but I'm missing the blue cheese dressing. Yeah, like, usually, like, yeah, that's why I didn't go for the early access. It's like, let the people in early access kind of like beta test the game further. So when I hopped in today, some of the bugs and stuff will be fixed, or little other pain points. Yeah, like 13.2 had more variety to it. Like, they realized how much they fucked up with 13, so 13.2 was a little bit of a step in the right direction. Hope was so annoying. She was like, you take the kid and let go of Snow's hand, choosing death instead of Hope. Then Snow was like, I don't want him, and dumped him on Lightning. No one wanted Hope. Poor Hope. No one liked him. Well, you'll always get someone who liked him, I suppose. You played 1 to 10 as Squiggy, and only got about halfway through 12. Series just went in a direction where I lost interest. Yeah, 12 was a bit meh as well. The only thing I really liked about 12 was what's his name? Balthier. Balthier is the sky pirate, right? With Fran, the rabbit. What, I forgot what they're called. Just a rabbit. You know who I mean. I think it was Balthier. Yeah, it is Balthier because Bosch was the other guy. But yeah, Final Fantasy 12 was also bad. Now I don't know what, I haven't played the what's it called? The when they redid it and they added in the system, it's like the Zodiac Age, I think it was called. I didn't play that version of it. I played the original version. So maybe it got better in that version. Like in Final Fantasy 15, apparently the Royal Edition is like, you know, decent. Like they changed a lot of shit. But meh, don't care. Like if you release a bad game, it's forever a bad game. So don't bring out like a broken, shitty game and then expect everyone to be like, oh, but don't worry guys, we'll fix it and it will be better in like 2 years. There's rarely a game that actually gets that redemption moment. I think one of the only times I've seen it in a kind of a big redemption moment was something like No Man's Sky, actually. Because when No Man's Sky came out, it was... me calling it awful is an understatement, but awful. But at least I found its redemption because, you know, they kind of used... You know, they used the community's feedback, to say the least, and actually implemented what turned out to be, from... I actually haven't played it, you know, the new and improved version or whatever, but from what I understand, it's like way fucking better. So much so that even that new... What was that game that what was the game that Bethesda brought out? The Starfall? No, what was it? The one that they brought out like last September and it pretty much bombed. Star something. But so much so that people were just like, yeah, No Man's Sky is way better than this. Starfield, that's the one. Shitfield. It just looked, like, I haven't played it. It just looked fucking awful. It looks so boring. And like, I was watching it being played. But yeah, I knew that game was not going to be for me. It just looked way too shit. Now, there's probably people who love it, so no offense, but it just looked awful. And here you are playing WoW. I know, right? WoW has its moments. WoW has its moments where it is very shit, and then it gets decent, and then it gets shit again. And, you know, it's kind of like an on-off relationship with WoW. I can't say it's perpetually shit, because there are always things I enjoy about it. It's just one of those games that just lingers, you know, for me. Like, I'm always interested to know what they're doing in it. Like, what's happened in the game, what updates are they doing, and have they learned from their mistakes and stuff. That's why I'm just really hoping, like, for, you know, now that Chris Metzen's back in the writing seat, like, I'm hoping that, you know, it will go on to good things. Obviously, it's going to take more than just one man to bring it to greatness. Make WoW great again. But it's a start.
Hello. Have a good one.
Trash release and awesome now. Yeah, it's not that often that a game gets like that. Like even Cyberpunk, when Cyberpunk came out, that was like that was just unplayable. It was so shit. But given, you know, a lot of love, eventually, once again, I didn't go back to play it, because once you kind of scold me once, it's very hard for me to go back. But apparently it's amazing now. You know, they've done a lot of work on it, and then with that expansion that came out last year, you know, can't believe it's almost a year since that came out. It's meant to be great. Hey Azora, how's everything? Yeah, long time no see. You played both for a good 200 plus hours, and they didn't have much of a difference. They kind of fixed the skill charts, but mostly it was just making the gambits better. Yay, we gotta love the gambit system. You cannot use this item because you do not have the gambit for it. Or no, that's the license system. The gambit system is like just how the AI essentially, how the characters, their triggers, how they get controlled, but still a shit system. But hey, look, they did what they could with the tools they had. I got a refund for Cyberpunk on release, never returned it. Yeah, I got the same. I played it for a couple of hours and I was like, I think I got it on PlayStation at the time, and like PlayStation rarely offer refunds, but you know, it was that bad. There was like no questions asked.
See you later.
What do I have to do here?
Safe travels.
Gems are forever. Oh, my inventory's full. Oops. Let's get rid of this, whatever it is. Where's... that is. I really need to clean out my inventory. One day, Jay will do that. Do I just have to click on these things or what? Ah, there it is. First core placed. But I remember playing Cyberpunk on launch day, on stream, and people just couldn't believe how, you know, all the bugs that and glitches that I was going into. I was like, it was just awful, man. The only thing you used the gambits for was buffing and healing, so I didn't have to do any of that. Ah. But like even the combat system, I really didn't like it. It was like that bridge between going from turn-based combat to, like, you know, getting to where they are now. So they were trying to, you know, speed it up. I guess they were trying to like be Final Fantasy 11 or something at the time.
How are you? Have a good one.
Are we done? We done, I think. I'm ready, creature, give me your knowledge. What's happening? No. To know the gem, one must learn humility, patience, and nurturing like the high mountains and deep caves that harbor gems. She just got turned into a stone. You will remain in this form for many eons until your inner silent screams cease and the calmness of your mind guide your heart to the task. Ooh. Only after thousands of years of the stillness will you learn the truth of the perfect gem as I do. You will wait patiently like the others before you. Ooh, that's a nice punishment, isn't it? He's a nasty bastard. Well, that's what you get. Don't fuck with nature. I heard people were waiting decades for it to come out. I can't imagine their disappointment. Maybe decades might be a stretch, but yeah, there was a lot of hype over like Cyberpunk. Like people were just really hyped up, and that's the thing, hype kills anything. You know, when you hype something up too much, it's never going to live up to the expectations of the hype. So you're just setting, you know, you're just setting the game up for misery. Like what I've learned with games is just to control your hype. The more you control it, you know, the less you're going to be disappointed. But like, you'll always have people who'll be like, oh, this is going to be the best game ever, this is going to be the best game ever, oh my god. And most of these people who are like these die-hard supporters, they'll remain, even if it turns out shit, they'll still be like, it's the best game ever, it's the best game ever. Like, it's okay to turn around and be like, okay, I was wrong. You know, it's okay. You thought it was going to be good. It didn't turn out good. That's okay.
Well,
Stay a while and listen.
hard for you to walk away.
Findorn placed in
I
pool.
was the stone ward.
Ah, okay.
With the stone bound, I built good. Now for Ebona.
I have to put
The
Ebona.
Stonebound continued to mine, and she's fading.
My Stormrook can take her to Dornegal. Perhaps the healers there can help.
You had been playing Final Fantasy XI for a couple of years before that, so I was already used to the new combat system. That's probably why I liked it so much. Ah, okay. Now call it quadruple A game and charge $79 for it. You mean Skull and Bones? Yeah, definitely. 100% quadruple A game.
I speak for the Unbound, but they have no master.
Leaving all you know for what you think is right. That takes some courage.
Random,
You here to
but
chat
nice.
or work?
Take one of the rams, Baelgrim. It's no Stormrook, but it's faster than going on foot.
You could get into WoW, but you play a lot of LoL. Very different genres, of course, but you know, WoW's not just like any MMO. Like not every MMO is for, well, everybody. Like, you know, if you're not into like how how the game kind of generally works, the combat, tab targeting and all that, bit more slow paced than LoL, of course. Yeah, you probably won't get into it, which is completely fine. Like, I have no problem if someone says they don't like WoW. Fuck, I've said I don't like WoW for a long time. When they've been making like really shit decisions and stuff. But I'm happy to give to check out like new stuff and see if it's interesting. But see, the thing is that WoW doesn't have the allure that it used to have once upon a time on me. Now I can easily just be like, nope, not playing, and that's normally what happens. I'll play the new content just so I can see like the new storyline, see how it's getting set up, try some of the new systems, kind of delve into some of the dungeons, maybe check out different systems and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, I've seen enough now, and then I quit again. And I like, for me, that's a healthy way of playing an MMO. I just can't commit to myself to like playing one game for years at a time. I just, once upon a time with WoW, that was me. Like I would have been, huge into WoW once upon a time for many years. Took over my, early 20s, late teens, early 20s. It was all like wow, just constantly wow. But then I broke, I broke away from it. Broke free from the grip. Is WoW a series upon a series? Well, pretty much WoW is based on the Warcraft mythos, and like every 2 years or so they release an expansion.
What path brought you here?
So it's just been like an and it just expands its universe, all the time. Okay, that was a bit of a silly quest, but okay, cool. I need to sell. Where's my... there it is. I always knew I had this on my hotbars for a reason. I just need to sell stuff. I'm just going to click on all the old things and sell them. Anything that's old. Like old gear and stuff, like I'm not going to need it. So anything that's old. Then again, actually, if there's something... Actually, there's a two-hander there that just in case I become like a bear, I might actually need it. Yeah, I'll keep that just in case. Just in case I do like... if I want to play on my bear. Oh wait, why is that 4 from... Oh, okay. All the other things I don't give a shit about though. Just need to make room. It's just like so much shit in my bags. Don't even know what half of it is anymore.
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
It's just so much shit. So all the expansions in WoW are all connected to each other along with the storylines. Yeah, pretty much. Like, they're all based in the Warcraft universe, right? So they're all connected, at least, if anything, just by that. Like, you know, lots of the characters would have been built from the beginning to where they are now. You know, they would have aged over that time. Some have, you know, rose in prominence, some have died. You know, villains come and go. There's always like a new big threat. Like the world just keeps getting expanded every time. So, for example, when Warcraft, the World of Warcraft first released, it had 2 continents. It had the Eastern Kingdoms, which is over here, and then it had Kalimdor over this side in the west. Then, when the first expansion, the Burning Crusade, came out, how do you access that from here? Is it, oh yeah, Outland. When the Burning Crusade came out, you came to like another world, essentially, like Outland, another place. So you started like questing around here, just adding on to the Warcraft mythos. Then the next expansion after that added the 3rd continent on the world of Azeroth, which is Northrend. So then you got the quest and do all the story stuff way up here. And this would have been, for a lot of people, this would have been like the end point. And the reason why I say that is because WoW had its biggest subscriber numbers during the second expansion, which is this Northrend, Wrath of the Lich King. And for most people, World of Warcraft kind of ended for them when they killed the Lich King, because the Lich King was like this, you know, really prominent figure from the Warcraft 3 game, and most of like a lot of World of Warcraft is based on Warcraft 3. So to them, it's like when they killed the Lich King, it's like, okay, I'm done. I've like, you know, I've done what I needed to do. Like, you know, they loved Warcraft 3, so, you know, pretty much once that was done, there was no one else they really cared about. But of course, the game had to live on, so they had to come up with more threats, right? So after that, they released what was called Cataclysm, and this was Blizzard's chance to completely like revamp the old zone. So what they did is that they changed up a lot of the old content, so all the old world. You know, they completely like changed lots of the land, like this place down here, for example, just since I just saw it at this while I was looking, like this place used to be completely covered with sand and stuff, but like after the Cataclysm, when the world was kind of like broken by the expansion's villain Deathwing, like this place flooded, for example. But lots of the world was changed during Cataclysm. They also added some new zones, such as this like underwater zone, and then they kind of further expanded some of the land masses, like the south here of Kalimdor, and then like some of the eastern side of the Eastern Kingdoms. They kind of like built onto it, and then after that, they decided to you know, make another continent. This one, where is it? Pandaria. So after Cataclysm, a new expansion came out, and Pandaria was revealed. So Pandaria was always meant to be there, but it was like hidden behind all these, I think it was like storms or something like that. So no one really knew it was there. So like we kind of like freshly discovered it. Because the storms, you know, disappeared. So then we started like going around this brand new continent. So this became like what was relevant. The problem with WoW is that every time, realistically, that they release like a new expansion, the old world, which is the previous zones that were implemented, or else even the original zones, they usually become kind of abandoned. They become a bit forgotten. Now with Cataclysm, obviously they refreshed lots of the old zones, but like, and generally speaking, when they release something new, the old stuff gets forgotten about. It's like, oh yeah, that was just back then. So what a lot of people, like a big criticism usually pointed at Blizzard, is that they want like the old stuff to be reused in some way. So like some new stories, or just, you know, whatever, just like some sort of progression in the timeline. Now they usually add like tiny little bits of things just to kind of show that the years have passed in certain areas. But you know, it's never, it's rarely it's something huge. So that's usually a criticism, that the kind of old world gets forgotten. But after Pandaria, they released another expansion, of course. They released Draenor, which is another world. Draenor is like an alternate timeline. So it's pretty much this world here, Outland, but it's a different timeline, and it was called Draenor. So just a little bit of funky stuff going on there. But, you know, when that expansion came out, we would have ventured there. And then they decided to bring out another expansion. And they brought in these two places. The Broken Isles and... oh, no, it was just the Broken Isles, my apologies. It was the Broken Isles, and they brought this out in an expansion called Legion. So this became the new place. But the cool thing with Legion, actually, is that they added on, in the final patch, they added on, like, this other world. Like, it, you know, it's pretty expansive for, like, a patch. But they brought on this place called Argus, which was, like, home of the Legion. So that was pretty cool. And then after Legion, what did they do after Legion? They brought, oh yeah, after Legion, they brought out these two new zones, Zandalar and Kultiras. And then after that, they brought on another world. They brought on the Shadowlands, which is like the afterlife in the WoW mythos. So then we went there. And no one gives a shit about that anymore. So the last expansion, the most recent one that just finished, they brought out the Dragon Isles. And that was the new one. So now we are in another expansion, and this is the new one. So, like, it's a continuing story. To answer the question, it's a continuing story, but they further expand the world every time. Whether we jump to another world, or we jump to another continent, or it's an alternate timeline, or whatever the case may be, they just continue to expand the story one way or another. Now, as I said, characters come and go, characters rise in prominence, characters get killed off. But yeah, it's an ongoing story. So if you've been playing WoW for, you know, since the beginning, on and off, or maybe even consistently, like you would have been through it all. You would have seen, you know, all this shit play out in front of you, you know. And other MMOs will be similar, you know, like other MMOs are usually like continuing stories, spanning over, well, their entire lifetime.
Now, toss it in there.
Toss it in there.
Ha! I knew it would work. Let's light them up.
Okay, so we have to destroy the burrows that the Nerubians are coming out of. Now, the Nerubians first appeared pretty much in the second expansion, the Wrath of the Lich King, in that zone that I showed you there, Northrend. So that's when we first kind of got a proper glimpse of the Nerubians. So now, you know, after many, many, many years of not really seeing them as a race, now they're making their big comeback in this expansion as the big baddies. Or, well, as some of the big baddies. Like, all we know so far, and all what I know so far at least anyway, is that the whole opening content is pretty much all based around the Nerubians. So I have no idea what's going to happen. over the next couple of patches. Now they release patches on a regular basis. You know, they've gotten a lot faster with patches over the you know, especially since the last expansion. So they release them quite regularly, but generally like big content, it's like every 6 months when they like, you know, release like something that expands the current expansion by quite a lot, like a new zone or something. So in about 6 months they'll add, you know, well, it might be even less, it might be less than that, but it's usually about every 6 months to add like one big patch. There's usually like 3 huge patches in an expansion's life cycle. It used to be more, but if they're keeping on trend with the last expansion that came out, there'll be only 3 patches, 3 major patches, and in between that they'll have like smaller content patches, like every, you know, like 8-10 weeks or something like that. So usually when like they bring out one of those like big patches, they'll bring out like a new raid as well, and raids are usually one of the things that a lot of people are interested in seeing. It's like one of these like coveted events that people just love to see. And raids are like when you get like this big group of players and you like join together to take down, you know, some badass motherfuckers. And that's usually where you fight, you know, like the big characters, like the big villains of the expansions and stuff like that. You'll have to join a raid to do that. But there's different difficulties of the raids, like you'll have from like casual, so from like a very casual perspective to something extremely hardcore. Which is where like the best of the best would have like races. I love that actually. Every time a patch comes out or a new expansion, I always tune in. Like even if I'm not playing WoW at the time, I always tune in to see the race to world first. Like I always like when the big guilds, like the crazy motherfuckers that would be in those guilds, that literally like play WoW for like, you know, their life, it's their living, you know. They get paid and all that to play, essentially, through sponsorships, or, you know, they'll have big Twitch channels and stuff like that, but they'll all be part of an organization, usually, like the best of the best. So I love when they stream this race to see who will kill the final boss of the current patch, the fastest, first, which will be the fastest. I always get a great kick out of it because I always like kind of tuning in, and I'll have it there on my second screen, so like I'm doing my work here and then I'm kind of looking over, and then sometimes I'm captivated because like I get really like focused on the try and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill it, and then they wipe or something, and you know, I get interactive. I start talking to them and all that too, you know, as a viewer. And they usually have like, they usually make like a big event where they'd have like casters, you know, they'd be like broadcasters essentially, like, you know, like people who were talking about the game. It's like if you're playing LOL, for example. Do you know, like if you watch like a league, like some sort of like championship in LOL, Gale, do you know, like they'd have their professional broadcasters, their presenters that will be like talking about the different players and talking about the strategies and the moves. Like they'd have the same in WoW as well with this like event that they'd have whenever a new raid comes out. So it's always like a big spectacle, and I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it. Like ever since they started doing it, I loved it. Like even back before they started streaming this whole race to world first, like I used to always be like, you know, every few hours clicking on websites to see is there, like, was there any like news update? Did they kill, you know, what boss did they kill, how many tries did it take, you know, what was their strategy, waiting for like the kill video, all this stuff. Like I was like well into that stuff, like since the early days of WoW. And even when I don't play WoW, like even if I haven't played WoW for, you know, a year or two at a time or whatnot, like I'll still, anytime I find out there's like a new raid coming out, I'll you know, I'll still tune in for the race to world first, because I still find it fascinating. Now, where the fuck is this last hole? Like, I'm usually good at finding holes, but I just can't find this hole. It's a mystery. Guys, where's his hole? That's what I didn't say last night. I can't put this bomb in the hole if I can't find the frickin' hole. Like, usually they'll pop up or else I'll see it shining, and I've literally been there it is. Yay, I finally found the hole. Woo! I'm not a failure, Mom. See, Mom? I found the hole. EJR, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. So, yeah, so that's like the kind of history of WoW. The expansion history, and then my fascination with the race to world first. So, like, you know, I'll be bored of WoW again, you know, quickly. And then I'll tune out again for another couple of months, or, you know, wait for a patch or two and then log back in and do all the content. And then do the same, kind of repeated in that cycle. It's like, I'll play WoW, then I'll go off, play multiple other games, come back, and repeat. And I've been like that since I've been, what, since 2004. No, wait, I started in 2005. So on and off WoW player, many years. So to say I know something about WoW would be an understatement. But to say I'm a good player, well, I wouldn't say that. Once upon a time, maybe. But nowadays, it's just like, whatever. I don't care if, you know, whatever class is meta. I don't care if I'm not, like, you know, being precise with all my shit. I don't care. I'm just playing the game. I'm killing stuff. I'm progressing with stuff. And that's all I care about. I don't give a shit about min-maxing. I don't, you know, I don't care. I just play it my way and I'm fine. I'm happy. I don't need to be like sweating on forums being like, oh my god, the numbers don't add up. Or, oh my god, I didn't pick the talent that everyone else is picking. It's like, I don't care. I play the game the way I want it, you know? But I'm not trying to be like, you know, elite. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just a casual scrub right now. And I'm happy being a casual scrub. It's great. Now, the unfortunate thing is that the servers are shutting down, which is actually fantastic because at the same time, I'm almost at the end of my streaming time. So I kind of timed it perfectly, Dub. So the servers are shutting down in just over 3 minutes time. The reason why they're shutting down is because it's the maintenance. Now, I know that the game only literally came out, but this is like, they do it no matter what anyway. But they always have their like server maintenance, so like officially the first week ends, even though it's not been out a full week. I know there was early access, but that was only a few days. But that, you know, they'll add in some new things when the servers come up. They'll kind of like add in a couple of more features or whatnot. And then in 2 weeks' time, well, less than 2 weeks' time, I think, about a week and a half from now, they'll bring up the first season of the expansion. So that's when all the kind of features are in the game. And when they bring up the first season, that's when the race to world first will kind of begin as well. So that's when I'll get invested in like watching like how the best guilds in the world are like, you know, fighting for glory. So long story, long story is that, well, it's going to be the short story of my long story. But since the Nerubians are kind of like front and center for now, like the end of this patch, the end of this phase of content, it's going to end down in this zone called Ajgahet, and this is where the one raid of the expansion, well, that's released for now, will take place, and that's fighting all these spiders, all these Nerubians. So we'll be going down there to fight and kill the queen spider, and ooh, level 73. See, leveling up so quickly. It's like a level an hour, and I'm just like chilling. So yeah, we're going to go down, kill the spider queen, and God knows what happens to the story after that point. So whatever this expansion, whatever the patches are going to present, Lord knows. There'll be probably 3 major patches, if it's anything like Dragonflight, like I mentioned earlier. So that's probably another, like, at least 2 big raids during that time. So they're going to have some sort of villain during that time. I don't know if we'll fight... I kind of doubt we'll fight the Xalatath, which is like the kind of primary antagonist to the expansion. I'd imagine they'd want to keep her alive, you know, for a while at least, because she's only kind of like becoming interesting now. She's kind of like being in the background for a while in the last couple of expansions, and now she's like, now she means business. So like if they were like to kill her off, it's kind of like, you know. So I kind of don't think they'll kill her off, you know. We'll probably like defeat her and she'll like, you know, come back in like the next expansion. Now she'll probably die during this World Soul Saga, but I kind of doubt it's going to be, you know, in the first part of the story, you know. Des Tinney, Big Muscle Flexing, welcome to you. Thanks for pressing the follow button. And also to Travis Can Focus. Congratulations, Travis, that you can focus. You probably can focus way better than me. But thank you for pressing the follow button as well. So the servers just went down for the evening. They'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be playing this again tomorrow night. So if you do want to join me, I'll be streaming around 9 p.m. British summertime. So if you want to check out my Discord, of course, that will be all over there in the Discord. I'll give a countdown of when the stream's going to be, but about 9 p.m. So if you want to continue watching and earn that mount that you get for just watching the stream, you can definitely earn it tomorrow if you haven't already earned it. So if you did enjoy the content from myself, if you enjoyed the discussions and the continued discussions that we'll have tomorrow, then feel free to come back. You'd be very welcome. And outside of that, I play lots of other games. I'm just going to have a look at WoW for now and see how the beginning of the expansion goes. But then I'll jump back into other games as time goes on. I actually have to check out Wukong as well when I get a moment, but I don't have a moment right now. So yeah. Oh, he's playing Ocarina of Time. I love Ocarina of Time. Oh, it's been so long. I need to go back and play Ocarina sometime. Like we were playing Majora's Mask there recently. Need to go back and finish that too, but you know, life gets in the way, and then other games got in the way. Can you remember that, like, this time last year, Dub, we were playing Baldur's Gate 3. Wow, right? Time just flies. It feels like only yesterday. But yeah, it was a year ago. Just over a year ago. When we first logged in anyway. It was a year and 2 weeks or something like that. We didn't finish it until like mid-September or something, so it lasted ages. Just raid and run. So guys, yeah, so since the servers are down and my stream time is up anyway for tonight, I will bid you all a lovely farewell. But thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with me, whether it was a couple of minutes or a couple of hours. But I will be back on your screens again tomorrow evening for the Wednesday stream. So yay! So I hope you enjoyed the stream. Now, if you want to see more of me, my social medias are all linked there. Dub just linked them in the chats. That's my link tree that has access to all of my other platforms. So if you do if you did like what you saw and want to see more, feel free to check out that. If you want to be part of our community Discord, like I already mentioned, the link is also there. You can also find it in the link tree, but that will give the announcement of when the tomorrow night stream is going to be, as I said, about 9 p.m. BST. So that's British summertime. Just look up when you know, just do your time zone conversion if you need to. Where is Britain? Where is UK? Where is Ireland? Where is Portugal? All that area, that time zone. So check that out. And of course, if you need to check any of my other things, they're all there as well. And if you want to do more support, the J for Pay is there They seem very saucy content. Don't tell anyone about that though. Redbacks, thank you very much. Do you have the BG3 series on your YouTube? I don't know. I will have a look right now while I'm on the stream. It could be, like, we do have lots of the past streams on the streaming channel, but I did stop uploading to the streaming channel at one point, and then I'm uploading all the time now again there. But let me have a quick browse. I'm not sure. It might be. Give me 1 second. Okay, we have Lies of P, so we have Resident Evil 4. We have Lies of P, so I'm scrolling right back. Remember Lies of P? That was a good game. I liked Lies of P. That was a really good Souls-like, actually. Really good attempt. Really like that. No, on the streaming channel, it literally was, yeah, I think, oh, wait, it goes back to September. Wait, I could be wrong. It goes September and then, no, it seems that I started uploading again in September. So that would have been right after I finished Baldur's Gate 3, actually. So I don't believe the Baldur's Gate 3 content will be there. Pity. Yeah, don't seem to see it. So yeah, I start uploading again after that, and then yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah. So no, unfortunately, it's not there now. It could be. 1 second. It could be on. It could be on the original channel. See, I'm doing my own research, so me actually checking it now is my own research, so it's actually good for me. It's like, you should know what's on your channel, Jay. It's like, I should, but I don't. It could be on the past lives. Let's say lives. Because I was posting on the main channel for a while, actually, as well. But then I decided to move it all to like a separate streaming channel because it was messing with the analytics and shit. That was March. Let's go right back. December. No, that's going too far back. Gail, you caught me at a good time, didn't you? December. I think I went too far back again. May, April, June. I'm looking for August. Why can't I find August? It goes November, then June. Yeah, I think, yeah, I must have stopped uploading. Yeah, I actually don't think the Baldur's Gate 3 stuff is there. Boo. Yeah, like I was streaming, I was uploading stuff till June. Then I stopped until November. And then I stopped altogether. I put one stream up in November on the main channel. And then I obviously brought it to the streaming channel just so it doesn't mess with the analytics in the future. Yeah, that's what must have happened. Yeah, we have the streaming channel which holds all the past, well, most of the past streams, and then I have the other YouTube channel which is like doing lifestyle stuff nowadays and gaming stuff, or talking about gaming stuff with the lifestyle stuff. But I just finished making a new video for it today, so that hopefully will be out by the end of the week. But yeah. But yeah, one channel is just for streaming, but feel free to check that one. It's in the link tree. It's in the link tree if you haven't checked it already. Which Dub already linked, but I'll just relink it there. Boom. So guys, anyway, got sidetracked there, but Gail is a VIP. Gail is a very important person for our lovely community. Ain't that right, Gail? You're important to us, baby. You all are. You all are. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it there tonight, guys. I'll be back on your screens tomorrow night at 9. And we'll play more World of Warcraft then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a raid if you want to hang out with Sir Lefty. He's currently playing some Ocarina of Time with a randomizer. Interesting. I'm going to go straight to bed though, so I'm not going to be watching, but I will say hello to him as always. But we'll check out Sir Lefty, but he's playing some Ocarina of Time, so if you want to hang out with him for a while, you're more than welcome. Outside of that, I'll see you tomorrow. So Shlán Lat, Shlán Awalya, agus Cuddla Gasolf Macorda Anish, agus Wel she Marastre Nela Canara Warig she Shataure. McQuee. Take care, guys. Sláinte, and I'll see you all very soon. Just in case if you knew and you didn't know what I was saying, that's Irish, but we'll discuss that tomorrow. Anyway, guys, next person you're going to see on your screen is going to be Sir Lefty in about 30 seconds. Night.
Excited because Paper Mario has been awesome.